Alright, there we go. I think I got it. I had to figure it out for a second. I haven't set up a stream in a while. Alright, let's just make this full screen. So you can see my beautiful face. Alright, there we go. Perfect. But I do want to switch this for a second. You go over there. You come over here. Bing. Yeah, you're early, Mango. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me get that over here. Alright. I think everything is ready to go. Actually, let me put this over here. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Okay. Let me just minimize that. Okay. I think we're ready to go. I'll probably move that over, though. How you doing, Mango? You doing good? I appreciate you stopping by. That means a lot to me. I might have to move this a little bit closer, though. Is that in the view? It is in the view, but that's all fine. It's not a big deal. You're at work not working? I respect it, Mango. I respect it. Alright. Let's... So what's this about something that I didn't see? I guess I didn't go further on the final episode. Let me hook up these totally real AirPods. Yeah, I didn't see the end credits, I guess, so I'm gonna watch them now. I might as well. Alright, let me load this up real quick. I should probably mute the audio so that it doesn't get copywritten. Always stay for the end credits. I know. I should have. But I thought you guys were talking about the whole they're going to Denny's thing. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. So let me load this up. I'm not going to be recording, don't worry. Okay. I just need to see the good old-fashioned final thing. Season 4, Born to be Brave. Alright, so let's go to the end credits here. I figured that after... Oh, pause, Ricky, shut up. I figured that afterwards I was more specific, but I didn't want to spoil it. I get it. It's okay. I'm not upset. I just thought that I had already gotten it. So what are these end credits here? Ooh, right here. Okay. I think I'm on it. Ooh, this is kind of cool. A little behind the scenes stuff. Obviously, I can't show any of this because it'll get copywritten. But you know I'm watching it. Miss Jen's walking into the... They're all around a piano right now. That's basically what's happening. Yeah, I definitely didn't see this. Well, this is pretty cool. That's the part that made me cry. Then you want to look up H is goodbye when they take their final bow. Okay, I'll look that up too. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, Carlos is killing it. Or whatever. I forget his real name. Actually, I shouldn't probably call him Carlos anymore. Oh, it's Frankie. That's right, Frankie. Yeah. Oh, Joe Serafini's got one of the best voices on the entire show. This is cool. I like this. Oh God, Jet. Adrian Lyles needed to sing more. Why did they not have him sing more? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know you're not listening to it. I wish you could. I would play it, but the stream's gonna get copywritten if I did. Oh, this is really cool. I like this. This is really cool. I had no idea this was even here. I apologize that I missed this in the reaction on the last episode. I didn't know they put anything in there. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like that's it. Oh man, that was pretty cool. I like that. They did a whole, like the whole cast was just doing one last song around the piano. They're all such talented singers. It's crazy how good they are. All right. So what else was the other thing you wanted me to look up? Only some reviews included it. That's the part that made me cry. Then you want to look up Says Goodbye. Okay, so I want to. Is that just on YouTube? I'm guessing it's probably just on YouTube. Let me get out of this real quick. All right, let's go into YouTube. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. So, HSM TMTS Says Goodbye. The cast of this probably here. Hold on. Oh, wrong screen. Hold on. Wrong screen. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So hold on, let me put it down one. and then just minimize that. Okay. So is this what you're talking about? You're talking about this one right here? Yeah, it's on YouTube. I forgot the title, sorry. Is it by Entertainment Weekly? I'm guessing that's what it is. Only about 2 minutes long. I wouldn't think that this gets copywritten, but maybe it does. I'm guessing this is what it is. Oh, that's not it? Oh, okay. Saying Goodbye. Is it by People? Let me find the title. Okay, yeah. I could probably unmute the audio for that. Some of this stuff looks pretty cool, though. See, this is the kind of stuff that I just don't know about, because I'm not, like... I want to be more in it. This is our cast. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. This is our cast. HSM TMTS. And this is our cast? Okay, here we go. Hold on, unmute it.
Love you guys. From Wisconsin, Leomani Cesaro, get out here. Leomani. From Dallas, it's Adrian Lyles, get out here. From Bourbon,
Oh, can you see my little activate Windows thing? Oops. I'll watch on the, that's only 2 minutes, who cares?
From New York, Larry Zapperstein, get out here.
I'll put my little camera over
From my hometown, Joey Serafini from Pittsburgh.
there. I didn't even notice it.
The one and only from Selma, Frankie Rodriguez. Get out here, kid.
Here, Frankie. So talented. Everyone's just so talented in this.
From, I think, California, the Valley.
From the
Julia
Valley.
Lester, get out here. Baltimore sweetheart, Dara Renee.
One of the best voices in the show. Absolute. Just unbelievable.
We dragged him from Arkansas, Matt Cornett.
We dragged him from Arkansas. Is he really from Arkansas? That's crazy.
From Arizona, Sophia Waters, get out here.
The best. Nobody better.
From
Nobody better.
Oceanside, Joshua Bassett.
Close second. A close second.
And my favorite drama teacher ever, Kate Reinders. Kate Reinders.
She's got songs on TikTok that you wish she would release.
Get out here.
I wish she would release them too.
Group bow, group bow, group bow.
Oh no, Sophia cries?
Let's hear
I
for the
hate
cast, the
when
High
she
School Musical,
cries.
the
Why are you
musical
gonna
of the
cry?
Bravo.
Oh, she's already crying. Oh man, I can't handle
All
this.
together. Quick bow. Here we go. 1, 2. Down. Let's hear it for the crew.
Crew did a good job.
Pittsburgh, one and only showrunner, Mr. Tim Saturday.
Why has she got to
I
cry?
definitely felt like we were holding each other's hands throughout this entire season.
Holding each other's hands. Hold on. Wait just a moment. I need to know how much hand holding there was. I get it. You can get pork bone in. I get it. Apples, $3 or 3-pound bags. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Yeah, fine.
You want me to full on start crying right now? This is like a therapy session.
Ricky, you've changed my life. Thank you for I didn't think I was crying today.
That's so sad.
Thank you for the most amazing 4 years of my
be his
life,
best friends.
and thank you for changing me forever for the better.
I would say thank you so much for the best 4 years of my life. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for letting me experience high school again, but in a musical form. And I had the best time.
Your turn.
Hi, Gina.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. How you doing? You look great today. Love your box
She did look
braids.
great.
Thank you so much for teaching me so much about myself. For allowing me to play you and for just growing a lot with me. It's been a wonderful experience, and I hope that you live happily ever after.
I guess I would say to Miss Courtney Green, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep loving, and thank you so much for knowing me before I really knew myself. So, yeah.
I would tell her I love her, give her a big old smooch on the cheek, ask her for some of her clothes, and just thank her for being able to tell such like an authentic storyline for this generation to watch and be inspired by, and wish her all the best and give her all my love.
And always remember,
Always remember.
you gotta have the balance.
I don't know, maybe like an hour and a half. I don't know. I haven't really
Be
decided
good,
yet.
Gina.
Oh, is that it? That was good. I like that. All right. Let's get... hold on. Where's my mouse? There it is. Let's get off of this. Bring this over here. Bring this over here. Bada boom. Do a little thingy. Do that again. Bada bing, bada bang. Move the good old camera back to the center. Sheboygan, and we got it. We're back live. We're live. All right. That was pretty good. Don't need the headphone anymore. All right. I should probably mute the audio though, just in case something randomly plays. I don't need you guys hearing any of that stuff. Okay. I do have to say, hey, what's going on, Ahmed? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I honestly didn't think that anybody would show up. I hadn't been live on this channel, so I didn't think that anybody would actually want to show up. Due to the strike, they didn't do enough interviews. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I always forget about the strike. The strike kind of sucks. The strike kind of sucks. Let me move this down a little bit. Okay. Can you hear my squeaking? I think you can. This chair needs to be replaced. You watch all of my videos? I appreciate that, Mango. Thank you. That means a lot. I went down the rabbit hole again. I started watching from the beginning. I'm on the Thanksgiving episode. That's the next one I gotta watch. I don't know why I do it. I'm doing it to myself, and now I gotta rewatch all of this Ricky and Nene storylines again. Until I get to the good stuff. I do want to say, hey Simone, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I do want to say that your rehearsal just ended. I hope you had a good rehearsal, Simone. I appreciate you thinking about the stream and stopping by. The audacity of Tim Federle and the writers to write in for Ricky to in the Songs in Our Key, the Truth, Justice, and Songs in Our Key when they're saving Miss Jen, for Ricky to have his first off to twirl Gina around when they're hugging. Like, there's just, crazy. And then for him to have his hands on her waist, like what are we doing here? Like you can't. How could you do this? Didn't realize how short the season's actually. Yeah, the longest season's season 2. And season 2's not even that good. I mean, it's not horrible. There's some questionable decision making in season 2, but it is a little weird that they chose season 2 to be the longest when it's not really the best one. And season 2 is annoying because we don't get to see a lot of Beauty and the Beast. Oh, it's by far the worst of the series. Oh, definitely. But it's just so weird because we don't get to see the second half of Beauty and the Beast. We just get to see a few songs. Like, we don't get to see Ricky and Ashlyn do we don't get to see Ricky and Ashlyn do the ballroom scene, and we don't get to see Ricky actually we get to see obviously Ricky doing we get to see Ricky doing the practice for changing back into a human from the Beast, but we don't actually get to see it in the play. Like why would they cut? Because when they cut to the final episode of the season, they're already done. They're coming off of the stage. Like I don't understand why they chose that. They kind of did Jet dirty. They did Jet dirty with not giving enough Jetney scenes, not getting enough music. You're totally right, Ahmed. You're totally right. They didn't give him enough scenes with Courtney. They didn't give him any music other than the group stuff in the play. And then they didn't even give us Boys Are Back. I know it's on the Spotify playlist, but they didn't give us in the actual thing. Like, what do we do? Why'd you bring Adrian back if you're not going to give him the good stuff? It's a little confused. And then not enough. You're totally right. Not enough scenes with Ricky either. Hey, Squirrel, what's going on? Just wanted to say, love your reactions. That you held your composure. Oh, trust me, I was breaking on the inside. You're not alone in that. You're not alone in that at all. But it was so weird in season 2 the choices that they made, because they went with the whole storyline with Courtney liking Howie, but then Howie's on the North High side of things, and he's the Beast, and he can actually sing amazingly well. Howie's like one of the most underrated singers in the entire series. He was amazing in those songs that he had in season 2. I think the pandemic ruined things for season 2. That's true. Pandemic did get in the way, which kind of sucks. They thought they cried like that. It was, oh yeah. Which proves to me that Jet is very underrated by the writers. I love Jet, man. He was so good in season 3. Just like that kind of, he's just the kind of kid. We all know a kid like that when we were in high school, where he's just like, he's a super softy, but he acts a different way to try to hide it, and then he's just like hilarious and stuff. It's just oh, you didn't care for Howie. I thought Howie was pretty good. Howie was definitely an underrated singer. Maybe his character development could have been fleshed out a little bit more, but I mean, you had 12 episodes. You probably could have done it. They didn't introduce it. Season 2 is just so weird. I know, obviously, the pandemic, like you said, and stuff, but it's just, yeah, he is very funny unintentionally. That is for sure. It's just the weird, like, pacing of the season. All the episodes just kind of feel like they're forcing Ricky and Nene to be together, and then they take Ricky on this weird path where he just becomes this emotional, like, vacuum. He just like he becomes the relationship. Like he loses his own personality. Like he just becomes Rini. Sorry, he becomes Rini. Like I'm glad that in season 3, obviously without Olivia Rodrigo there, they kind of just move away from that, and then they redeem Ricky by giving him back a personality. Because in season 2, it's weird. Season 2 Ricky is like a completely different person. He doesn't have any personality. It just feels weird. I don't know why they chose to do that. He's just like, they did make Nene so mean. Yeah, I don't know why she was so, because she would get so angry at little things that he does because she thinks that he's too, she thinks that he doesn't care about her enough. It's just weird. Season 2 is a really good example of an in-between season. You could probably never make a season like that. in case of cancellation. Well, season 2 I feel like also is weird because you get the whole start of the Portwell stuff, and it just feels unnatural at times because, and I'm not saying that Portwell's a bad relationship. I'm not a part of that group that thinks that Portwell is just a horrible relationship. I mean, obviously they shouldn't have been together, but when they were together, they had a little chemistry. It wasn't like, I mean, season 3 obviously changes that, but in season 2, they didn't seem like they were wrong for each other at the time. Like EJ was trying to, EJ was being a good person, and Gina obviously was falling for him, so it was thrown together weirdly. I agree. It was thrown together weirdly. Howie, to me, was very boring. Oh. Jet, on the other hand, tells Court to know she's... Yeah, true. Jet definitely... I agree, Ahmed. Jet is definitely better for Courtney. And Howie did... I can see that. Howie did seem a little boring. He didn't really have a lot to him. He was just kind of the pizza guy. I mean, she even literally calls him Howie the pizza guy. Or pizza boy, whatever she calls him. I forget what she calls him. But he didn't really... I mean, I think they only brought him on because he's such a good singer. And they needed somebody for... like that drama at North High, but did they really need that? It just kind of feels thrown together. Did you really need the drama at North High? Because everybody that I've seen always talks about how the episode where they go to North High and they have the battle, they have the In the Woods battle, or Into the Woods. Is it Into the Woods? I don't know. They have the battle on the stage and how that's so like awkward and stuff, and how Court needed a man. The whole thing where like you knew that Sophia was going to be dancing in that episode, and yet the costume designers give her a skirt, which I never understood, because she's going to be doing all these different dance, or she's like the character is going to be doing all these different dances in a dance battle, so why dress her in a skirt when she doesn't have as fluid of motion in the dance and stuff? You should have gave her something else, like jeans or some other piece of clothing you could have her in, and then have her in a skirt in another episode. It just didn't really make sense. And then the whole thing about that dance battle is that Courtney says that you don't want to go after Gina. You can't take on her moves. She didn't do any moves. It just felt weird. What I do like it was when Nene left, they allowed the other cast members to be more fleshed out. Courtney, she definitely benefited from Nene moving on and going away, because although since I've been rewatching season 1, Courtney might become one of my favorite characters. Season 1 Courtney is hilarious. The things that she's doing in the first few episodes, I forgot some of like the little things that she does when she helps Nene steal Gina's all of her stuff, and she like dumps it out on the bag or on the bed, and she's like, "We going to jail." Oh, she's so good in that first season. Yeah, she was so restricted in the skirt. I don't know why. And then they don't even like act like she wasn't. they still go on like she was supposed to be doing all these funny these amazing dances and stuff. It's really weird how they chose to do that episode. But season 1 Courtney is one of my favorites, because she's so underrated funny. Like, you wouldn't think if you just like off the top of your head think of like the funniest characters of each season. Season 1, you probably wouldn't think of Courtney, but if you actually like go back and watch it, like I have been, she's super funny, like underrated funny. The things that she says, she's got like the fast comebacks. She's got just the normal things that she says. Like, it's just, she's super good in season. And we don't really get to see a lot of her singing in season 1. That obviously comes a little bit later. But you get Born to Be Brave, and then you obviously get when they go to the tech rehearsal, and she does the little singing there. And then, obviously, in the play, she does a little bit of singing, too. Jet and Maddox should have came in season 2. We needed more of them. In the first episode, the way the court looked at... Yes! That is so good when she looks at Big Red, and Big Red just, like, looks back. That is very good. I like that. I think Jet and Maddox came at the right time, I think. But... we definitely... You're not wrong. We definitely did need more Jet and Maddox. because I feel like their characters still have a lot to discover and to talk about. We still could go in so many different directions with them. Like, we need to learn more about their home life. They talk about how Jet got expelled from his old school. Like, how bad of a kid has Jet been? We need to learn more about that. We need to learn more about Maddox and why her relationship with JoJo Siwa didn't work out. With Madison, why it didn't work out. Like, I want to learn about this. I know we got a little bit of that in season 3 when they were doing that, but still, there's so much more you can go in depth with Jet and Maddox. So I would agree that, but I do feel like they came at the right time, because you needed those new characters in season 3 when you're going to camp, and I do agree that we do need more time with them. Yeah, their parent. We need to know who their parent. At least see who their parents are. Like, they talked about them in season 3 and season 4, but like, how hard was it to convince them to move to East, or to transfer them to East High? What do they do for a living? Are they singers too? Like, how can you have 2 talented singers and one of your parents, if not both, are not also singers? So, like, I just want to know more about them. They're interesting characters that we just didn't really learn enough about. It didn't feel right. Do I think that there'll be a series reboot? I hope so. I hope that there's a series reboot. I highly doubt there'll be a series reboot. If there's gonna be more seasons, it's gonna be following Liamani. It's gonna be following Emmy. Because I think there was a reason why they had Ricky say that she's the future. Because if they ever have plans to do another series like this, then it's going to be about her, because she has a phenomenal voice. She's still young, so she still has a lot of time left in high school. She's only a freshman, I think. So if they were ever going to do something like that, then it's about her, the next generation, I guess you could say, even though technically these guys are the next generation, the next generation. So that would be where I think they go. But if, as far as like something with the actual original characters, it would have to be some sort of spin-off with, like, I've always talked about how I want to see, like, Ricky and Gina in New York, where Gina gets done with all these movies and now she goes to college at what's it called, Juilliard, and so it's just her and Ricky living in an apartment in New York together, and they get off to all these shenanigans, and then you get cameos from Courtney or from Ashlyn or from Jet, or like, you can get these cameos throughout the episodes, but it's mainly about Ricky and Gina in New York and going through all that stuff. So that would be what I would want to see. If we had more seasons, I would agree season 3 was the perfect season for them to show up. Yeah. And no last names. Yeah, like, we did learn, Mango, we did learn that Big Red is a nickname because they say that the dad, in season 2, the dad says that he's carrying on the Big Red name or whatever. So I'm assuming his last name has to do something with red. So we do know a little bit about that. Jet and Maddox were such a great addition, just being best siblings. Yeah, they did add a little bit. We didn't really have a lot of sibling drama in the series because none of them had siblings. Big Red's an only child. Ricky's an only child. Nini's an only child. Courtney is an only child as far as we know. Carlos is everybody's an only child. So we didn't really get that. The closest thing we got to sibling drama is EJ and Ashlyn because they're cousins. So that is the closest thing that we got. So that adding that actual sibling drama was definitely good. They might do a show called Born to Be Brave featuring Emmy. I would love that. Absolutely love that. Fun fact, episode 6 of season 4 is when the cast found out season 4 was the last season. Oh, man. So they didn't even know until episode 6 that it was the last season? That's crazy. Emmy returns. EJ is the teacher. Ooh, I like that. Emmy is EJ is the teacher. I think that would be very, very good. Very, very good. Pretty sure Sophia said in an interview she wanted to do Wildcats in New York. Yeah, see, exactly. I think that would be amazing if they did Gina and Ricky in some New York apartment while she's attending Juilliard and Ricky's working at some job or something. Maybe he works at a high school in New York as a music teacher or something. I think that'd be really, really awesome. His last name is Radonovich? That's right. You're right, Mango. His last name is Radonovich. I remember that now. See, I haven't gotten back to season 2 yet, so, so I would have remembered that if I had watched season 2 recently, but I'll get to it. But you are right, that is Radonovich. Which is such a weird name. Is it like Polish? Would it be Polish? I don't know. It's a weird name. That's why there was so much memories in connecting the dots in episode 6. Oh, that's right. Ahmed, you're so good. You are so good, Ahmed. That's right. Because that's why they were doing all the context in that episode where they go back. And by the way, now that I'm on another tangent, now that we're on this, when they go back in that episode and they do all these flashbacks, like how did they do it? It's such good work where they got Ricky and Gina to look like they did in season. I just watched the Homecoming episode where they're in the car originally, and she gives him the kiss on the cheek. But then seeing it in season 4 where they go back and they do it again, like, but they're singing the song, like, it's just fantastic the way they did it. And then the whole Courtney and Ashlyn in the classroom, fantastic. The Miss Darbus, Allison giving Miss Jen the idea for Wondering, crazy. Well, what ended up becoming Wondering, I guess. Absolutely crazy. But that episode was so good with the context. I love stuff like that. I love I love when shows give you context for things you've already seen to kind of fill in holes and stuff. It's just, if you're not going to do it when it happens and you're not just going to tell us everything, then you can add more stuff later. That always is really, really cool to me. When you look at split screen, you see how young they used to look. It's adorable. I know, Ricky looks so weird when he was so young. He grew up, Josh grew up so much between season 2 and season 3 when they had that big gap. He just like got so much older. It's crazy. When you look at the final episode of season 2, or episode 12, and then you go right away into season 3 when he does the little like recap of what happened, and he's the first person that talks, and you see him, it's like a totally different person. It's crazy how much he grew up, and they all grew up. Like Sophia grew up amazingly from season 2 when she goes to kiss EJ, and then we'll get to that in a second. But when she does that, and then when she goes and gets in the car in season 3, at the beginning of season 3, it's just like everybody just changed so much between that break that they had, and it's kind of wild actually. Like, I understand that you're supposed to change when you're in high school. You're supposed to grow up when you're going from summer to summer. But I just changed. It's crazy. But anyway, getting back to Gina and EJ. Do you guys agree with this? I think that, and I heard this on the podcast, Just for a Podcast. I don't know if you guys listen to Just for a Podcast. I enjoyed them a lot. They do a good job. So they said this when they were recapping season 2 episode 12, and they talked about that kiss with EJ and Gina, where they're like, you have EJ, then you cut to Gina, they're both walking to each other, you cut back, it's not that you don't see them in the same frame, and then it just like cuts to black before you get to anything. And they were theorizing that it's like Gina was underage, like Sophia was not of age, legal age for EJ, who was above age, to actually kiss her on camera. So they thought that was a possibility, or they thought that because of COVID restrictions, they couldn't show two people kissing on camera. So because they were wondering why it was so awkward and so weirdly edited together that EJ was, she was 16 and he was like 23, yeah. So it just felt weird that you had like EJ, then you cut frame to Gina, then you cut back to EJ, then you cut back to Gina. Like, it just felt spliced together and weird and awkward. And then you don't even show the kiss, obviously. So I don't know. It was supposed to just be a year. It just felt weird that they and that probably leads to the whole Portwell being like thrown together and awkward and stuff, and just didn't really feel right. And obviously we knew that Endgame was Rena. So that obviously is where we were all leading to, and all we wanted them to go to. I don't know, it just felt weird. It just felt weird, the whole situation. Season 2 in general just feels weird. Matt had an interview where they asked about the kiss. You can tell he felt awkward about it. Yeah. It's just, that's the problem when you have an actor that's supposed to be in high school and he's actually my age. And then you have an actress that's supposed to be in high school and she's actually looks like she's in high school, and she is in high school. So, but then you put them together, it doesn't legally it doesn't mix. Nene Levin's probably the best thing for the character. Yeah, that's a good point, Ahmed. What would she be doing? So, if she would have went to camp in season 3, so let's back up. So if she never gets the offer from Jordan, or from Jordan Fisher, I guess. What's his name in the show? What's Gina's brother's name in the show? But Olivia was 16. Was Olivia 16 in season 1? Oh, okay. I didn't realize she was 16. I thought she was older than that. Or I thought Matt was younger than that, I guess. Jamie, that's right. Jamie is the name. So if she never gets the offer from Jamie to go and to Hollywood and start her career, so let's say that never happens, then she would stay in season 2, still have the arguments with Ricky. They'd still have their troubles because Ricky was a different person in the second season, and then she stays around, and then we get season 3 where she goes to camp again because she wanted to go to camp, but then she says in season 3 that she's doing this whole thing. They gave her the choice or whatever. Her parents gave her the choice. So if she never has that choice, she would have gone to camp. So then it would be Nene, Gina, Ricky, EJ, all at camp with Ashlyn and Carlos and Courtney and all the people. Seb and Big Red probably still wouldn't go because Seb would still be on the farm and Big Red would still be working the pizza place. But having Nene there in season 3 would make it so much weirder. Oh, there'd definitely be some drama, that's for sure. It'd be so much weirder because obviously Ricky's over Nene at that point. He's in love with Gina, or at least he's starting. Core 4 all at camp would be insane, you're right. So he's starting to develop these big feelings for Gina, but then having Nene there, would that make it awkward? Would he not be able to... It would be out of place. Would he not be able to express... Because they do a lot of flirting in the third season. Like, there is some heavy flirting in that third season, in the first few episodes, between Ricky and Gina. So, would that be a problem for Nene? Or would she be over him too? Because they do have that pretty emotional breakup. And to be fair, nobody really likes the Ricky and Nene relationship. But they do have some moments in there that are pretty emotional, I will say. So you can't hate on them too much. They probably wouldn't have brought Val in, and Nene would have been... Oh, you're right. Oh, Mango, you're so right. I forgot about Val. And she probably wouldn't have been there, or at least they would have had that. They would have had somebody be the camp CIT or whatever, but it wouldn't have been an actress as prominent as who they brought in. So Nene would have been the shoulder, but then would they go back and do EJ and Nene part 2? Oh my god. This is opening up so many different things. Yeah, she's moving on. It was time, yeah. When they do that whole breakup thing in season 2. And then we get one of Ricky's best songs he's ever written in the spring break episode. But would EJ lean on Nene and she would be the Val replacement? So then would EJ start developing feelings again for Nene? But then would Nene develop feelings again for EJ? Because she said in season 1 that she's done with him because she couldn't trust him. because he stole her phone. So that's wild. Or maybe Nene is the one to get a crush on Val and Ash has a crush on Maddox instead. Ooh. That's interesting. Maybe Nene could get a crush on Val and then Ash... Because Ash... But the whole thing... I think we need Ash and Val... Ash to have the crush on Val. EJ and Val fits better. Yeah. I think we need Ashlyn to have that crush on Val so her world can open up and she can figure out that she likes Maddox. I think that we needed that. If without that, I feel like it would have felt a little different. But I do like that idea. They were dating since the 6th grade, right? Ricky and Nene? Yeah, I think so. Oh, that's another thing. So, in season 1, in the Born to be Brave episode, in the Homecoming episode, they say that Courtney's asking, because Nene doesn't want to sing the song on the stage. She doesn't want to sing Born to be Brave on stage. And Courtney's like, you haven't been the same since you met boys, or since you found out boys exist. But they said that they've said before that Ricky and Nene had known each other since like kindergarten or something, or preschool, however long it's been. And that they've always had a thing for each other, but then they just started dating in like the 6th grade or the 5th grade, whatever it was. So, but then Courtney says, you found Ricky, or you discovered Ricky or whatever, and that's why you started seeing yourself through their eyes instead of seeing yourself through her own eyes. They were friends for a while, only dated for a year. I thought they dated for longer than that. I know that they were friends for so long, or they knew each other for so long, because they talk about how in that episode where they go to the other theater place, they talk about Ricky throwing up on her shoes during the roller coaster thing or whatever. So they've been friends for a while. It's just, I don't know when they started dating. I thought they dated for a little longer than that. I guess they could have only been dating for... We need to rewatch it again. I'm already rewatching it. I'm already rewatching it. But the whole Nene at camp thing, it wouldn't really fit. It would feel out of place. I think they were each other's first kiss, but they were probably only dated for a year. Oh. But then, Ahmed, you say that they're dating in the 6th grade. How long were they... Who's right? So they only dated for a year? Or did they date since the 6th grade? Because they're sophomores. Or they're juniors when the series starts. That's a long time dating. That's 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. That's 5 years of dating until they break up in the summer of their sophomore year. That's crazy. We need to investigate. I feel like Simone is right. I feel like they only dated for a year or more, but they were friends for so long. I feel like that's the more logical thing, because them dating for 5 years, if they were dating since the 6th grade, that feels weird. That feels too long. I feel like if they were dating for that long, Ricky wouldn't have been so true. I'm never wrong. Ricky wouldn't have been so shocked that she says I love you in the song. Can you do this more? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing live streams more on this channel, Ash. It just, I don't know, like, he's so stunned and shocked that she said, maybe it's because she says it in the song, like on Instagram, maybe that's why he's so shocked, but I don't think that's why. I think it's because she actually says I love you. So if they were dating since the 6th grade, I feel like their feelings would be more, yeah, that's a little kid relationship, but then it evolves into a young high school relationship, and they already know each other. So I feel like you would know if you loved this person, even if you didn't truly love them. I feel like you wouldn't be so shocked to say I love you, because nowadays kids say I love you all the time. So it just feels weird that he was so stunned and so taken aback that she says I love you in that song, that he wouldn't have acted like that if they had been dating for so long. So I'm pretty sure that it has to be they were only dating for like a year or a year and a half or something like that, because that's the only thing that makes that's the only thing that makes logical sense. Or it just could be that it doesn't have to make logical sense, and we're trying to think of things. I thought they grew apart. They did grow apart. Did she say that they dated for a year? I guess that could be true. I have not seen that on Disney Plus, Ash. I have thought about it. I thought that it looked interesting, but I have not actually seen it, no. I could put it on my list if you want. A lot of the show doesn't make logical sense. I guess that's true. That is true. I was actually trying to find. Still love it though. Oh, I love it all as well. Simone, the time on the show doesn't make sense. You should, because Matt is one of the siblings on the show. Oh, is he? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely. What's it called? I'll have to give it a watch. I'll add it to the list for sure. Alright, I added it to the list. Speaking of lists, Ricky says Gina and I have been dating since the beginning of the summer, and like, no, she was with EJ and you were with Lily. The whole Lily storyline is wild as well. Can you do reacts on the live? The only problem with doing reacts on the live is copyright issues. I would do reacts on the live, but I can't watch shows like I do in videos without getting copyright, because I have to edit it so much. That's why when you're watching those videos and the clips, the video part of the clip cuts out, but there's still audio, it's because I have to cut that part out or it's going to get copywritten and it blocked and I can't show it to you guys. So I would love to do reactions to series and stuff on lives, but unfortunately for copyright reasons, I can't. Do it but don't show it, I guess. There's literally no explanation for that because there's also a month between camp and the premiere. That cannot be the beginning of summer, Richard. I love that. I have One Piece. I have One Piece live action on the list. I put it on there when you first said it, Ahmed. So it is on the list. Speaking of lists, I have some interesting ideas. I could probably show you guys on the thing. I have some interesting ideas that I want to run by you for possible videos. No, not that one. Okay. All right. Am I in the right one? Nope. There we go. Okay, so you guys can't see this, can you? You should try to get the cast to react to you. Oh, I would love that. That'd be awesome. Have the cast hit you up before? No, they never have. I'm too small for that. When I try to think of it, I feel like they were at camp in late May, early June. Later July, the doc drops. School starts in August. The doc does drop, and then they go to school pretty soon after that. So you're right on that part. But they probably so school gets out around May, I would guess. They probably get around, because that's when I got out, I think, when I was in high school, is in May. So then they probably have a little bit of time. Camp starts in late May, early June, like you're saying. They're there for about a month, because Ricky in season 1 asks Nini how long she's gonna be gone, and he says about a month. So they're probably gone for about a month, so that is into July. The doc probably goes live in... Oh, you guys have whack school years? Yeah, we start in... when I was in high school, we started in August, and then went all the way to May. So then it's probably late, or sometime in July, the doc goes live, and then August they start back at school, I would guess. So hold on. Okay, what are you guys saying? They should have shown the doc. I wish they would show the. Speaking of the doc, I wish they would show the doc on Disney Plus. I want to see it. They should have the doc in this show. School ends in early June. The whole Big Red and Seb kissing each other thing kind of ruined Seblos for me. I thought it was weird that they chose to go that route with Seb cheating on him, because like they built up the whole show for Seb to be this puppy dog kind of guy who's just like he's too innocent to do anything. But then they throw this curveball in season 4 where he cheats on Carlos. Like, I didn't see that at all. You saw it in the reaction. I was totally shocked by that. Totally blown away. Unless Ricky is thinking they were dating ever since he laid eyes on her. 7 Big Red are 2 of the only people I wouldn't cheat. Yeah, like those two. How would you think that those two guys would be the ones to cheat? If anybody's going to cheat, it would be Carlos. And Carlos didn't cheat. So, I watched Glee, so infidelity in TV does not faze me. Okay, let me get back on track here. Let me move this, make it smaller a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Minimize that. Display this one. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Where'd I go? Okay. Can you rank the season 3 songs on here? I might actually have the ranking on here. Do I have my ranking? No, I have the Julian Phantoms ranking. I must have got rid of the season 3 song ranking on there. But I can look at the Spotify playlist and tell you. Hold on. Let me get this back to a tiny camera. Okay. So this is what I got. So I've got top 10 moments. Hold on. Can't see what I'm doing here. Let me move this over here for a second. Okay. So I've got like top 10 moments in the show that I want to do a video on. Oh, the season 4 song rankings. I've got the season 4 song ranking right here. But I have like top 10 moments that I want to do a video on, but I haven't fully decided or agreed upon how I want to add it, or how I want to do it. So I think I have a pretty good list on here. It's very Rena focused, obviously, but there are some other moments in there that I have. And then I have the season 4 song rankings, but I haven't officially decided on if this is how I want the season 4 to go, my song ranking to go, because I still need to listen to the songs again just to kind of solidify. I think I have my top 5 figured out, but the other ones could go a little bit over or switch a little bit. Yeah, the whole Anton thing surprised me too. That was the last guy I was expecting to show up. That was definitely the last guy I was expecting to show up. And then the whole him not actually being French threw me for a loop. I know the actor is not French in real life, but in the show I thought he was supposed to be French, and then it just throws me for a loop when he's not. It was super weird. So this is my my top 10 that I was going to think about making a video on for like top 10 moments throughout the series. Anton, my middle, that was a great moment. That was a fantastic moment. I had Ricky telling Nene that he loves her. That, to be fair, that is one of the most iconic moments in the entire series. Even if you're not a Rini fan, you can't deny that is a big moment. So I've got some interesting things on here, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion on if you'd be interested in watching a video like that, so that I would know if I wanted to make it. And then I have my song rankings as well, but I haven't. This isn't official. Don't look at it. This isn't official yet. I don't have. There's some on here that you may notice. I don't have Boys Are Back on here, and that's because even though it's on the Spotify playlist, I can't rank it because it wasn't in the series. It wasn't in the season. So, oh, you want to see all? Okay, you do want to see all that. Okay, perfect. Then I'll get to it. I will get to it then. But I just wanted to run that past you guys. Close out on that. Okay. So, do I have any unpopular opinions? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Thoughts on Mac? I'll get to that one in a second. Thoughts on Mac this season? When I was watching your reactions, he really didn't annoy you that much. I thought you'd be more annoyed. Mac is a weird one, because I liked Mac. I liked Mac until he started hanging out with Gina's mom. Then he became kind of annoying, because he just like, and her mom kind of became annoying in a weird way because she just like hated Ricky for no reason, even though she never explicitly said. Well, I'm not going to rank Born to Be Brave on the song list because Born to Be Brave was already on the season 1 song list. It's the same song. I'm not going to rank it again. So I'm not going to, or Gina's mom felt like she hated Ricky because he wasn't a go-getter. He wasn't a big star like Mac was, even though Mac was a child star that got his show canceled and didn't really do anything after that. But so it just felt weird how she liked him so much. She liked Mac so much. And then they were just hanging out weirdly while they were on stage. And I don't know, it just felt like he was trying to get in with the mom so that he could date Gina. Like, that's kind of the vibe I got from it. I understand that he kept saying that we're just friends, we're best friends, like all that kind of stuff. I understand that, but it just felt weird, like the whole Max situation at the end, and then him being out there on stage or for the final song. He wasn't part of the play. Like, why was he out there during the final song? He wasn't part of the play. I don't know. That was just weird. So Mac, I didn't hate Mac, but he was kind of annoying at the end. That's basically what I have to say about that. Do I have any unpopular opinions? I don't think Ricky and Nene... Nah, I do kind of think that. I was going to say I don't think Ricky and Nene were as bad as people say, but it was a very toxic relationship at the end. Very toxic, so I can't say that. It did not like that he was on the stage for the final... Yeah, I know. It was just weird that he was on the stage. Like, why was he there? He wasn't a part of the play. He doesn't go to school there. So I don't know why he was on stage, but I'd probably say that Portwell isn't also as bad as people say, because people don't like that relationship, and I understand because obviously we like Rena, obviously. So having her with somebody else doesn't feel right, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as what people say it was. It was weird, but there were some moments. It wasn't as bad. In season 3, did you like Right Places? Loved Right Places. Loved it. Absolutely amazing song. Adrian did a fantastic job with that. And then the whole thing with the flashback to them as kids during the song, unbelievable. The actress, the little kid actress that they got to play young Maddox, could have been Sailor's sister. I don't think she has a sister that age, but could have been. So it just it was great. It was great. I hated that they kept using the same clip of Gina's mom and him at the door. Yeah, I did notice that. They did use like the same clip over and over again, like two or three times where she stands at the door. Like, why does she keep leaving and going in? Like, what is she doing? It didn't make any sense. Why does she leave while her daughter's on stage and then comes back in, but then brings Mac along too? But then Mac doesn't come right away. He's like, I don't know where he was, but it took him a little bit to get to the door. It just felt weird, that whole thing with Ricky and Mac and Gina's mom and all that stuff. But then Ricky does get in with her at the end, so it worked out. EJ and Gina always gave me sibling relationships. I did hear that a lot. I did hear that a lot, how EJ and Gina did give sibling vibes. And I can see that. I can definitely see how they got sibling vibes, because they do kind of have that brother-sister kind of banter and brother-sister vibes and stuff. So that's why it kind of feels weird that they put them together. Plus, EJ was a senior, she was a sophomore. Feels a little weird there too, but obviously that happens in high schools. I've even seen seniors date freshmen. I've seen seniors date 8th graders. Don't get me started with that. There's some weird stuff that's happened. So it's not super out of the ordinary for a senior to date a sophomore, but it just feels weird. Especially when they're kind of the same sibling vibe thing. Do I watch Riverdale? Actually, I shouldn't say that. I have seen Riverdale. I don't watch it. or I didn't watch it when it was on. I know now it's over. But I can add it to the list. I did think about that. Think about adding Riverdale to the list because it's a popular show. Unless I have it on here already. Oh god, I just realized I have the Harry Potter movies on here. That's gonna be a long edit. That's gonna be a long edit if I watch a Harry Potter movie. I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies, by the way. Did you know Sailor's brother is in it? Who's Sailor's brother? I didn't know she had a brother. If it wasn't for Ricky, Jet wouldn't be interested in musical theater, and he wouldn't get along with his sister, and he also wouldn't find his passion in music again. That's why they're brothers. Exactly, Ahmed, exactly. That is exactly right. Ricky, in Season 3, did so much work to get Jet back to where he used to be, where he was friends with Maddox again, and where he found his passion for music, and that's why he sings Right Places and all that stuff. So you are 100% right there. Ricky really, really did the Lord's work there, trying to get Jet and Maddox and just Jet in general back to a normal kid. He did do a lot of work there. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I recorded the second episode reaction for Never Have I Ever, so that'll be up soon. I don't know if I don't know if I'll continue to upload every other day. That's pretty hard, especially with all the other channels that I'm doing. So it'll be up soon, but I don't know if it'll be up every other day. People saying Ricky's bad guy in season 3. Season 3 proved them wrong. Yeah, well, I can see why they said Ricky was a bad guy. Season 2, Ricky is weird. He's just like, I don't know. It's frustrating to watch season 2 for that reason, because he just like they make him so weird. So I can see why they say that he's a bad guy. But then in season 3, they redeem him, and I can also see why they say he's a bad guy, because he does steal both of EJ's girlfriends and torments EJ a little bit. So I guess I can understand why they think that Ricky's a bad guy. But season 3 and season 4 really turn him around. Well, season 3 does, but then season 4 just escalates or elevates it. Yeah. English. Season 1, Ricky only cares about his own drama with Nene. That's true. But by season 2 and season 3, he goes out of his way to help others like Carlos and Jet. Awesome development. That is one thing that season 2 does well. You're right, Mango. That is one thing that season 2 does well, is that season 2 really puts Ricky in the light of all the other characters. Like with Ashlyn, he has a little thing with Ashlyn. He has a little thing with Carlos, obviously, with the song that they write for Seb. Then you've got that relationship, by the way, is great. I love Ricky and Carlos. I wish that we got more of that, because them two together is hilarious. You get a little bit more development in season 2 with Big Red, slightly. You get Courtney and Ricky in season 3, I think. Do they? A little bit of. Did Courtney and Ricky ever have a one-on-one? I don't know. But anyway, Ricky in season 2 really does go off on his own, and because he's got this whole drama with Nene, that he goes off on his own, and he helps other people, which makes him a better character. Am I going Dilton Dolly? I gotta look this person up. Dilton Dolly. Sailor has 5 siblings, by the way. Wow, I never knew that. Dilton Dolly. What's his name? Dilton Doily? Oh, Major Curda. Or Curda? Major... Oh, wow. Oh, he's born in 99? That's when I was born. That's cool. Huh. I didn't know he was related to Sailor at all. That's crazy. To be honest, I didn't really know much about Sailor before season 3, so that's probably on me. But that's cool. Maybe I'll have to watch Riverdale. Yeah. I didn't know that. Can he sing too? Because Sailor's really good. Okay. Am I going to make a video on ranking all the characters, ships, songs, etc.? Sorry, join late. No, I didn't mention that yet. Kurta? Oh, I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong. I'm horrible at names. I want to do a ranking of ships, definitely. Songs, I thought about it. When I was doing the season 1 or season by season song rankings, I think I did mention in one of those episodes that I wanted to do an overall ranking of every song from the series. So that'll probably be on the horizon. That's going to take a little bit to edit, so I don't know if I can how long you have to wait for that, but I definitely want to do that. So yeah, I'll probably do rankings on all that stuff. That definitely sounds pretty interesting. Bottom half of season 2, Ricky without Nini was just a better Ricky. Facts. Sailor's got 5 siblings. Oh wow. Ricky and Courtney never talked till season 4. Ricky and Courtney never talked till season 4? Wow. I didn't... Oh, man, that's crazy. Speaking of that, I do have one of the sisters was I don't know. I didn't do it as Piper was in. Okay. I do have a thing in the original trilogy. I gotta pull up the thing again because I had it here. Hold on. Let me get back to it. I did do this thing. Let me get to the right thing here. Okay. So, let me move this over here. Do that. Ricky and Court talked in season 3. She asked if Nini got him a card. That's right. So they do speak a little bit. I got to move this down. There we go. Okay, perfect. So you should be able to see it. Okay, so in the original trilogy, me and my brother were talking about this because he had gone back and watched the second movie. And I love this live stream already. Thanks, Ash. I appreciate that. My brother had gone back and watched movie number 2, the summer movie. And he asked me, because he knows that I am a huge High School Musical fan, and he asked me, because he thought that Troy and Taylor never speak one-on-one. Like, they never have a true one-on-one conversation about anything. The only times that they're ever on screen together is when she's with Gabriella and other people, or there's other people around, or Troy's with Chad and other people. So that made me think, how many times do each main 6 character talk to each other one-on-one? And so I went through each movie, I rewatched each movie, and I wrote down every time, every interaction that they have with each character one-on-one. I thought about doing a video on this too, and I still might. Hold on. Remember Camp Prom when Gina and EJ broke up and Ricky was going to say that Gina's he's in love with her. He found out it wasn't the right time. Yeah. Ricky, season 1, Ricky wouldn't care. That is true. Season 1, Ricky would have just told her, and that would have ruined things or confused things even more. He needed to let her realize it first, which is some true character development. But anyway, back to this. I only watch AC7 and a few minutes of AC7 2 and AC7 3. You gotta watch the other 2. They're good. They got good soundtracks. They're good. They're good movies for Disney movies. So in the original movie, Troy and Gabriella talk 9 times, obviously, because they're the main 2. But Troy, throughout the entire series, never has a one-on-one with Taylor. And you can see this is Gabriella, Sharpay, Chad, Ryan, Taylor. And then TR is Troy. So Troy never speaks to Taylor one-on-one. The only time that him and Taylor talk to each other, if they do at all, is when Taylor is with Gabriella or other people and they're in a group. Never a one-on-one conversation. You'd think that there would be a one-on-one conversation, especially in the second movie, when Gabriella leaves, when she sings Gotta Walk Away, and Troy's confused. You'd think that he would ask Taylor what's going on, and they'd have a one-on-one conversation to figure out why Gabriella's so upset, because he's still confused on why she's leaving. He doesn't understand. And then Or we could have, because obviously this is a huge like thing in the movies that everybody's pointed out before, but in Walk Away, Gabriella gives the necklace back to Troy, and then they never speak again. They never see each other until Every Day, the final song of the movie. So, and in that movie, or in that song, she comes back with the necklace on. So, how does she get the necklace back? It's obviously it's just prop mismanaging, where they just give her the necklace back. But in context of the universe, in the show, in the movie, you'd think that Troy would talk to Taylor about why she left. He would show her the necklace. She would say, "Give me that," or something. Or maybe he would talk to Chad, and Chad would then in turn give the necklace to Taylor, who would then obviously give it back to Gabriella when she realizes, or she comes back. And so I feel like they should talk to each other. What did you say, Ahmed? There's one time Troy and Taylor talk. She was saying to him, Chad is gone in the third movie. But I do remember that, but wasn't she with other people? Like, I'm talking true one-on-ones. Like, all this stuff that I have ranked here, or that I have stats for, are true one-on-one conversations with just two people in the room. So, is that what happened in the third movie? I don't remember exactly. I don't remember if there's any more people in the room. But this is just true, straight-up one-on-ones. Nobody else is around. So I did think about doing a video on this, because it's pretty interesting to think about. So I'll keep that up this time, so I don't have to keep going around it. All right. I wonder if anyone does breakdown of how many minutes each character had interacted and sang. There was people in the room? Yeah. I don't know if anybody does breakdowns of that. Maybe not. It's kind of a hard thing to do, because it takes a long time, and you've got to, like, be super diligent and focused. So I feel like it'd be a little bit difficult to do that. It was hard to do that one, because you got to decide, oh, is this a true one-on-one? Is it not? Like, there's some things that you could count as one-on-ones or maybe not. So is that the same with HSMT MTS? I feel like everyone talks to everyone. Oh, let's see. Maybe I'll have to go back and do that. Obviously, Ricky and Gina talk one-on-one. Ricky and Nene talk one-on-one. Ricky talks with Carlos one-on-one. He talks with Seb one-on-one. No, does he talk with Seb one-on-one? He talks with Carlos one-on-one. Does Big Red ever talk to EJ? The only times I think Big Red ever talks to EJ is when they're in the room, in the basement, building the changing thing for Ricky as the Beast. I think that's the only time Big Red ever talks to EJ, and they're not one-on-one, so... But does Ricky ever talk to Seb? I don't think so. Maybe he does. Does he do it at the quinceañera? Quinceañera? I pronounced that wrong. Quinceañera? Maybe he does. I don't think so. You know what? I would love if we had Jet and Gina scenes. Ricky is an idiot. Seb and Ricky talk when he said you're playing the song. Oh yeah, but that's not one-on-one. They do talk. He does. You're right, Mango. They do talk. Ashlyn, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. How do they do the flashback scenes? I honestly don't know. It has to be some sort of editing with de-aging, I would guess. I don't know. They just put them in the same outfits and the same hairstyles and stuff, but they just de-age their faces a little bit. I honestly don't know. That's too advanced for me. I'm just a simple YouTube person. I don't know how that works. I would guess, but that would be my guess, is they did some sort of de-aging thing, because Gina looks exactly, and Ricky look exactly like they did back in season 1. Which flashback scenes? Yeah, the flashback scenes from the 6th episode, and from when they do the song in the 1st episode. Whatever the song's called. I feel like they just changed their clothes and makeup. You think they changed their makeup? I don't know. I feel like they did more than that, Mango, because they look just their faces look younger. Can you do that with makeup? I'm not a big makeup person, obviously, so I don't know how much you can do with makeup. Can you make them look that much younger? I honestly don't know. Yeah, Courtney grew up so much throughout the seasons that when they go back to season 1, she looks different. She looks totally different. With the way their hair looks, with the way that her face looks, she looks younger. Do I know Cozy? She's the one that wrote the I Love You scene. I don't know who that is. I think Gina looked older in season 4, 6, or episode 6, but I think that's because Sophia was so young. She was so young at the start of the show. You're right. She was super young at the start of the show. Do you know much with makeup they look older? Yeah. Makeup I thought always made you look older. So unless there's some special way you can apply makeup to make you look younger, I feel like it had to have been some sort of. We probably will never know. That's true. We'll probably never know. You're right. You are right. I don't know, but it's I Love You song. I Love You Forever? Is that what you're talking about? The final song? I could do a ranking really quickly. No, I never heard of what would you say the person's name was? Cozy? Kazi? No, I don't know who that is. But they wrote the song in the scene. That's pretty cool. Or just the scene, maybe, not the song. Hold on. Let me move this back over here. It's cool how we hear Second Chances 2 times, the actual song, and then the scene where the rain... I know, I noticed the rain kiss. Sorry, that was what... What? Sorry, that what was in error. Did I have an error or something? Yeah, I did like the Second Chances thing. Oh, I typed what by accident. She also wrote Puppy Love. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Thanks for bringing that up, Ashlyn. Puppy Love, I'll talk about this again when I do the song ranking, but Puppy Love, the version that Ricky sings, grew on me. I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan. I liked it when I saw it for the first time in the episode, but now that I've listened to the songs again and again, it's definitely grown on me a little bit more. I enjoy it a little bit more than I did initially. I like it a lot. She's friends with Sophia. She was in the Dolphin Tale movie. Oh, I might know her then. Which character's songs did you dislike at first and then grew to love? I didn't dislike Puppy Love, but that would probably be along those lines. And the Madeline duet. Okay. She was in the auditorium with the blonde hair. Oh, cool. Do you know which song is your favorite for each season? Oh, jeez. You didn't like it because Mac was singing. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Which song is my favorite per season? Well, season 1 is Wondering. I love Wondering. Wondering is one of my favorite songs of the entire series. So let me do this real quick. Let me do this. Spotify. All right. I'm not gonna play any of the songs, but because I can't. But okay, can you see that pretty well? You can see this? Yeah, you can see this. All right, so Wondering obviously is one of my favorite songs. Maybe my favorite song of season 1, because Billion Sorries. I just watched that episode. Oh God, Billion Sorries is so bad. Why'd they make him do Billion Sorries? It's such a bad song. It's not good. I tried to like it at the beginning. I gave it a fair shot, but every time I go back and watch the season, it's not a good song. That's fine. She's angry at that point, so it's not that great. All I Want's good, all by itself. We don't need to get into the whole All I Want, Can I Have This Dance mashup that we talked about. We don't need to get into that. But All I Want on its own is fine. Bop to the Top's not really much. When There Was Me and You, when he's singing that the acoustic version to Gina is great. Truth, Justice, Songs on Our Keys. You know what? Truth, Justice, Songs on Our Keys is something that I disliked at first. But I do like it a little bit more now. I didn't really like it that much when I first heard it, but it has grown on me a little bit, so I guess that would count. Out of the Old's good. I do enjoy Out of the Old. Roll of a Lifetime's fine. It makes it better because Lucas is in it. Get Your Head in the Game is okay. Stick to the Status Quo is good. Just for a Moment. Just for a Moment's really good. I do enjoy that one a lot, even though it is Nene and Ricky. I do enjoy that one a lot. Breaking Free is good. We're All in This Together is good. Born to Be Brave. I do enjoy Born to Be Brave, but I wouldn't say that I'd put Born to Be Brave above Wondering. I'd put Wondering above that. Billion Stars kind of grew on me with the audio, but in the show it sucks. The mashup sucks. The mashup does suck. You know what song was good from season 2? I'll get to season 2. What about Born to Be Brave? We talked about that. Just for a Moment. Just for a Moment's annoying. You think Just for a Moment's annoying? I like Just for a Moment. I know you don't like Nene that much, Ahmed, but I think it's good. It's a good song. And then obviously all the acoustic versions don't really matter. And then I think I've heard a lot of people say I Think You Kinda Know's not good. And I've heard even Josh say that he doesn't like I Think You Kinda Know. But I enjoy it. I think it's a fine song. And then we get to season 2. What would be my favorite song from season 2? I don't even know. I do like where's the song? I like Bet On It. Oh my god. Bet On It is one of my favorite songs from the trilogy, just because I love how over the top it is. But in the show, when Ricky does it, it's so bad. It's so bad. It makes me hate it. Perfect Gift I do enjoy. Perfect Gift's a good song. Oh, obviously Second Chance is good. I forgot about that. Second Chance is really good. I like Dancer's Heart. I like The Climb, even though it's not an original. I like The Climb. Joe, he does such a good song and such a good job on that song. So good. Granted is good. Yeah, The Climb is amazing. Beauty and the Beast. Dara's version of Beauty and the Beast is just goosebump inducing. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I see what you did there, Ahmed. You said Even When is good, but you didn't say the best part was good, even though they're supposed to be played together. I see what you did there. Red Means Love is a fine song. Dancer's Heart's good. Home is good. The Rose song is underrated. I think people say they don't like it because you don't like Nene, but the Rose song is actually pretty good. Around You. You don't like Around You? I could see that. I could see why. It was a fine song. It wasn't like any of my top favorite. I forget where I put it in the ranking. I'd have to go back and watch that video. 1, 2, 3 is very good. You're right. 1, 2, 3 is underrated. I've seen a lot of guys saying that the 1, 2, 3 is underrated. And I didn't know the boys did a rendition of it. Oh, I think I saw that. I think I've talked about that before, where I saw the boys do a version of that. I love Let You Go, but Frankie's In a Heartbeat is a steady repeat. Oh, you're right. Where is that at? Here it is. In a Heartbeat. When Frankie kills that song so much. He does such a good job on that song. And then we get to the Let You Go. Oh, I talked about that. You're right, Ash. I forgot. I apologize for not seeing your thing. Let You Go. I said this earlier in the stream. Let You Go is the best song that Ricky does in season 2. It's such a good song. Fantastic. Second Chances is obviously maybe the best one. It's got the core 4 and they're great. I don't know why they made Olivia Rose Keegan do Home. A little weird there. Gaston I enjoy just because I think they do a good job in the show. If you're just listening to the audio, it's okay, it's whatever. But in the actual episode, it's better. Mob song, everybody hates the Mob song. Hot take, Derek Huff was underutilized in season 2. I believe that. I agree with you. I think Derek Huff definitely could have been used a lot better and could have done more. Finally, oh my god, Finally Free is so good. But season 2, even though it was a long season, had some good songs in here. They definitely did. But then we get to season 3, and I'd probably say that, oh god, what would be my favorite of season 3? Probably either. Ooh, Let It Go was. Oh, Let It Go was so good. I keep coming back to Dara because she's so good. She's so talented. It's unbelievable how good she is. Here I Come is good as well. This Is Me with Liamani. She does a good job. You're Right, Mango Rising is very good. Wouldn't Change a Thing is good. Even the Ballad of Susan Fine is good. All of their Frozen covers were unbelievable. Balance is great with Sophia getting her first solo of the season. But Finally Free, I'd probably have to say, is up there. I also disappeared, but I came back. That's okay. Right Place and Here I Come. Dara wrote that song. Okay. She did a really good job. So, Different Way to Dance is an okay song. I enjoy it. It's got a nice beat to it. It's On's fine. In Summer's good. Christoph Lullaby's obviously good. Just Christoph Lullaby's better. It's only a minute 43, but Christoph's Lullaby is better if you watch it in the show because he does those looks to Gina and stuff. It makes it a lot better. That's some songs you need the context of the actual episode for it to be as good as it is. Without it, it's different. Balance showed Sophia's development in singing. Yes, that's true. You Never Know was really good. Ooh, you're right. I forgot about You Never Know. You Never Know was actually underrated pretty good. And I think people don't like it because it was Nene. I just started liking A Different Way to Dance. Okay. Right Place is so good. Hey, Broke Boy, what's going on, man? Right Place is so good. You're right. Right Place is unbelievable. And then, obviously, season 4, I think we all know where I'm going with this one. Can I Have This Dance? I mean, just the moment that she starts singing the song, just another dimension. I'm transported to another dimension. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. But then, I'd have to say that Nightmares Come to Life is definitely... I know, Ahmed. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes Christoph Lullaby so much better, is because of the things that Ricky does in that. Speak Out is underrated. Speak Out is underrated. I have heard some people say they didn't really like it, but Speak Out is underrated. Nightmares Come to Life. I think Nightmares Come to Life, and I'll talk about all this when I actually do the song ranking. But I think Nightmares Come to Life is the best. Group song they've done in the entire series. Truce, Justice, and Songs in Our Key is good. Not Here I Come. It's On is good, but the best group number has to be Nightmares Come to Life. It has to be. It's really good. Season 4 had so many incredible songs. That's right. That's why it's difficult for me to get the video out, because I gotta make sure that I know which ones I want at the top. I'm fragile. I'm fragile too. Don't speak about Rena in that way. Speak Out was really good. What are people? Well, I mean, some people just don't like EJ. That's the whole thing. That's the same thing with Nene. Some of the songs they don't like just because they don't like her, or they don't like Olivia Rodrigo, I guess. Oh, that's right. I have been talking about Dreams Don't Die. I think I mentioned it in the... You can tell what I was listening to. Scream. Dreams Don't Die. I am going to talk about it, or I think I did talk about it in the episode when she sang it. She is so good. And this song gave me goosebumps. It was so good. Such a good song. Oh, yeah. Matt did a great job in Speak Out. He did a really good job. But I think Can I Have This Dance is obviously number 1. Number 2 would probably have to be Scream. I just love Scream, man. From the original movie when Troy does it to now when Ricky does it. I mean, you saw my reaction when I found out that they were gonna do Scream, and we got the full song. It was fantastic. So that was great. And then, you're not joking with that, Nicole. Where is it at? I passed it. Call It What You Want. Very good song. Although I did have a question. So, in the context of the show, Ashlyn says that Emmy wants her to write a song for her and Jet because they think that Emmy has a crush on Jet, which he probably does. But then Ashlyn goes and writes this song, Call It What You Want, where it's about a crush. And obviously we know that the song is about Ashlyn having a crush on Maddox. But in the context of the play, at that point in movie 3, Chad and Taylor weren't in a spot where they had crushes on each other. So it doesn't make sense. I know that it's supposed to be a crush. Ashlyn has a crush on Maddox, and Maddox has a crush on Ashlyn. I understand that. But she specifically says that Emmy wants her to write this song. So that's why she comes up with it. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Taylor and Chad wouldn't have crushes on each other. The only problem they had in that movie was Taylor wanted him to ask her officially to prom, and he couldn't do it until he gets up on the table at the lunchroom. So, okay, I gotta catch up here. I went on a little rant. Season 4, EJ deserved better. Jump was so good. Oh my god, Jump was amazing. It gave me chills too. Madeline's duet is cute. I wish we had Jetney duet. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Love You Forever over everything. Love You Forever has definitely become a top 3, maybe top 2. I don't know if I can put it over Can I Have This Dance just because of the history I have with Can I Have This Dance. But it's an amazing song. Yeah, the song fits Ricky and Gina more. Yeah, it does. Not Emmy and Jet, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on Emmy and Jet too, probably. She wasn't subtle at all with it. No, she was not. Ashlyn just wanted to confess her feelings and thought she was slick. Don't listen to her. I think that it was just a plot point to give Ashlyn an excuse to write the song. It doesn't make sense in the context of the HSN3. Like the Rose song. Yeah. I forgot about the Rose song. The Rose song doesn't make sense in context of the play either. You're right. Ooh, wish Sailor and Adrian sang more? Yeah, that'd be cool. I would really like that. But I definitely have to say my top 3 in season 4 would be Can I Have This Dance, Love You Forever, and Scream. And that's what you'll see in my rankings when I get to them. Actually, no. I have Maybe This Time. I have Scream 4. I have Maybe This Time 3. Okay. I thought I had it a little higher. But I love Scream, so. Scream's amazing. Alright. Let's go back to full screen here. I need to get a button that just goes full screen. Alright. Maybe This Time is so good. Oh, Maybe This Time, especially. I mean, Maybe This Time as just a straight song is very good. But when, like I keep saying, in the context of the episode, when you get the flashbacks, makes it 10 times better. It makes it 10 times better. It's just so good. The behind the scenes was extra cute too, for sure. Maybe This Time, physical reaction from me every time. Maybe This Time is just amazing. It makes it so good. It makes it so good with the context of the episode. The Valentine's Day flashback had me screaming. Oh, you are not alone. I was screaming too. I may not have been screaming in the episode, but I was screaming internally. Maybe This Time is amazing with the Josh and Sophia's extra riffs. Oh, I'm not saying that it's not good with just the audio version or the soundtrack version, whatever. It's still a fantastic song. It's just even better when you get to see it in the show with the flashbacks and the looks that they give each other and all that kind of stuff. So that just makes it even better. It's still a fantastic thing without that. I'll probably have that video out soon-ish. Then Josh said that the flashbacks were from what they could have been together. Why would he even say that? Why would Josh do that? He knows that he has a stranglehold on the fan base. Why would he even say that? Love how they sing a lot of the songs live, gives them more depth and emotion. It definitely does give them more depth and emotion. You're right on that. When EJ said to Ricky, if you break Gina, I'm not gonna forgive you. He did know that they were the perfect ship. That is for sure. And I think if I ever do a ranking the best ships in the show, I think you know who's going to be my number one. It's not going to be much of a shock, much of a surprise. The fact, speaking of Valentine's Day, that you brought that up, Mango, the fact that they never explicitly say that Ricky was the one that got the chocolates is kind of frustrating. Because we obviously know that he's the one that got the chocolates, especially because he has the chocolate box again in season 4 when he goes to her house for the rain kiss. But the fact that he never tells her straight up on camera that he got her the chocolates, I feel like that would have added something to their relationship even more. Because Gina, with the whole, she wrote "I love you, Ricky" in the tag of the hat that she knitted him in season 1, which I'm getting to, by the way, in my watching it over again on by myself. I'm on the Thanksgiving episode. I might pass out. Somebody might have to check on me. But she writes that, she like stitches that in there in the tag. So she loved him from season 1. So I feel like that if Ricky would have just told her that he's the one that got the chocolates for her, it would have made that even better, wouldn't it? Right? Am I crazy? I feel like that would have made it better. When EJ Valentine, Rini outsells top ships from other friends. They definitely do. That's for sure. I think they couldn't figure out how to do it with Gina's mom not knowing Ricky. Well, they could have just done Gina's mom, like me and who did I talk about this with on one of the comments on the video. I talked about this. I forget who it was. Hold on. One of the comments I talk about this with. I was struggling, Ahmed. I was struggling for sure. When did we talk about this? I talked about this with somebody. I apologize that I forget who it was. I have a bad memory. Where do I talk about the chocolates? Oh, here it is. It's with Harmonica. I apologize. You're messing up your name. Harmonical Affection. I talk about this with. So in the comments, it's on the. If you want to look at it, it's on the comments of episode 3 of season 2. So if you want to go back and it should be the top comment, I think. I don't know how that works, but if you want to go look what I'm looking at, I talk about it with her or with them about how Ricky could have talked to Ashlyn, and since Ashlyn and Gina were kind of living together in season 2, Ricky could have said to Ashlyn that he wanted to get her the chocolates, but he didn't. He was in a relationship with Nene at the time. He didn't want to make it seem like he was cheating on Nene or anything. So he says, "I'll pay for the chocolates. I'll send them to her. You just keep it anonymous and make it get there and all that stuff." So like Ashlyn was involved in some way, and then so that would eliminate the fact for Gina's mom to know about Ricky. That's why she wouldn't know about him. So if they would have done something like that, I feel like it could have made sense, I guess. It could have made sense. It was shockingly better than your last season reactions. Well, I mean, to be fair, the last season reaction was unbelievable. I mean, when you get to that, hold on. Let me straighten up for this. When that 1 month skip, when that shows up on screen, because you think it's over. You think the season's over after the everyday stuff, and they go out by the campfire thing, and they're doing all that stuff, and he reads the card and all that stuff. Once that's over, you think, oh, that's done. That's done with the season. The season's over. But then you flash that 1 month later thing, and you go to the premiere of the doc. I was already done from there. And then you get the whole speech from Gina, and Ricky just has to stand there and wait for his moment. And then she says, "You're not a maybe, you're a yes. Dead. I'm dying, I'm deceased, yes." Like, come on. And then the kiss is just phenomenal. So, I mean, I couldn't help contain my emotions, but I think I was a little bit more prepared for this season because I knew that they were going to be a couple. So that's probably why my my reactions weren't as crazy. Then Ashlyn kind of asked about, what about the chocolates? That's right, when they were having the girls team versus boys team, when they were getting everything ready for the for the play. They were getting the transition cape thing, and they were doing the spinning thing. Ashlyn does ask about that. She was so nosy, that's right. The Frozen documentary trailer is iconic. You know what makes it iconic? Is Big Red being in it, saying that he's bi. Like, what? That, when I watched that for the first time, it completely threw me off, because Big Red wasn't in the doc, unless he was in the background, because he was only in those final couple episodes. So they found him, the doc crew finds Big Red, they interview him, and he says that. But people would be so confused, because he probably wouldn't be in the rest of the documentary, would he? He wouldn't be in most of it, because he wasn't there. So they would be just so confused. They'd be like, "You remember the trailer where this ginger kid said he was bi? Where's the development on that?" But that's what makes it iconic. Ricky was almost about to cry when Gino's saying he does such a good job there. He has such a good job when she's doing the speech. His face is priceless. Uh-oh, unpopular opinion. It wasn't my favorite scene from them. I know I would have loved Ricky saying it like originally. I get why they flip. Oh, okay. So you would have liked it if Ricky would have done the speech instead of Gina. Okay. Okay. I wish we had a return. Gina, love her, Gabriella. Oh. I did like the curls. The curls were very, very pretty. Don't even get started on Sophia. I've talked about it too much. How did Courtney trust Jet when he was saying he was acting, but we knew he had feelings? I think she had feelings for him too. That's why she trusted him. I think she had feelings for him too. Oh, I didn't even mention this. One thing I was upset about, throughout all 4 seasons, we never get Walk Away. Or not Walk Away, we get Walk Away. We never get Gotta Go My Own Way. How do we not get Gotta Go My Own Way? There was plenty of drama in any of those seasons where one of the people could have sang Gotta Go My Own Way. How do we not get, like, that's one of the best songs from movie 2. How do we not get that? A little upsetting. Until last episode, I couldn't tell Court liked Jet. You couldn't tell Court liked Jet? She always gave him those looks and stuff. I feel like you could tell. A lot of people could tell, at least, that she liked him. Obviously, it's infamous now on the channel that I couldn't tell that Jet liked Courtney. Jet need more development. Yeah, Jet definitely did need more development. Like how it was so Nene coded. It was like, oh, it's friendly to you. So you think just Courtney was just being kind and nice. Okay. I can get on board with your thinking there. I can see that. She was just being nice to him, definitely. But we all know. We all know. Until he said, "You're the bravest in the world," and she stares at I was like, ooh, Court. She did give him a longing look. That is for sure. She gave him quite the look. I noticed that too. That was pretty good. I can't believe Jet said that. I need to use that. The fact that he says that. You're the bravest person in the world. I need to use that. Oh yeah, I miss them all too. I wish it wasn't over. I wish we didn't have to we didn't have to know that there was no more content coming. At least guaranteed content. I'm in love with the girl playing Elsa and it's eating me alive. But he was smooth when it counted, that is for sure. He was smooth when it counted. I honestly don't blame Ricky and Jet for being down bad for Gina and Courtney. I would be down bad for Gina. I am down bad for Gina. I'm right there with Ricky. I wish I went to East High so I could have stolen Gina from Ricky, like Ricky stole Gina from EJ. I love Jet. Jet was so good. We definitely did need more development from him. I wish that they would have. I don't understand why they brought him back. To not give him any solo songs or songs with Ricky. Obviously, we get Boys Are Back on the soundtrack, but like we don't get it in the show. I wanted to see Jet in the show. Top 5 characters? Fave characters. Obviously Ricky and Gina. I do enjoy Courtney. Courtney'd probably be up there. I do enjoy Jet. Jet probably have to be top 5. Who would be my 4th? Emmy was really good in season 4 just because she was so weird and like she was doing all the assistant stuff and it was hilarious. So Emmy definitely is in the top. Carlos is a very good character. Seb is also a good character. But Seb doesn't really have a lot of development once he leaves and is not a full-time guy anymore. Like season 3 and season 4, there's not a ton of development except for when we get to the cheating stuff, obviously. So Carlos definitely would be up there. I do enjoy Carlos. He's so funny. Talking about simping for characters, imagine being bisexual. I was having a full heart attack every time Ricky and Gina were on screen. Oh, I understand it. Even though I'm not bi, I understand the love for Ricky. I mean, Joshua Bassett is a very handsome man. I will say that. If there was more of Jet, he might have replaced Ash for me. Ooh. That's an interesting one. I don't know how... Ashlyn's a good character, but I don't know if I would put her in the top 5. Because in the beginning, I don't want to say she's annoying. She's not annoying. I don't want to say that. She's just, like, not really developed too much. But then when we get to season 3 and season 4, she's a lot more of a good character. Yeah, season 4, she's very good. Carlos has to be top 5. Carlos probably does have to be top 5, you're right. So Ricky, Gina, Courtney, Ashlyn, or Courtney, Jet, and Carlos. That has to be 5. So that has to be my top 5. So unfortunately, Maddox is great. I do like Maddox, but I don't think I can put Maddox in there. Ash made me laugh a couple times. She is funny. She forced into the box of EJ's cousin is... That's true, Ashlyn, you're right. You're right. She is forced into that box where she doesn't really have any development because she's just EJ's cousin. But then season 2 starts that little bit of separation from that. She becomes her own character. She does have great comedic timing. You're right, Nicole. Her screaming as a friend. Mango, you're bringing up such good points. Such good points. Season 4 Ashlyn is very good because she's so down bad for Maddox. The fact that she's the mouth to mouth. Oh, all of that stuff in season 4 is fantastic. It's so good. Absolutely amazing. Oh, it's so good. Mouth to mouth. She's very funny in season 4. But I'd have to make that my top 5. Ricky, Gina number 1, for obvious reasons. Ricky, then Courtney, Jet. No, Courtney, Carlos, Jet. Jet probably be 5. even though Jet's very good. Jet and Ash were so down bad in season 4. Season 4, Ash, Carlos, and Court were just so funny. Courtney and Carlos together, comedic duo. Yes, I did like that we started getting a little bit more Courtney and Carlos. We started seeing that in like season 3 when they were the Finer Things Club. They started the Finer Things Club. So I did like their relationship together. And then when we get into season 4, they're hilarious. Season 2, we don't really see a lot of that. Season 2 mainly focuses on Nene and Ricky being a toxic couple. That's what it mainly focuses on. And I think it focuses a little bit too much on North High. I do like the people from North High, but I feel like it's just, I don't know. We could talk about season 2 forever. Sharpay and Ryan, Succession for real? Oh, yeah. That is super Sharpay and Ryan. Season 3 was pure comedy. Oh, yeah. Season 3 out of all of them was just a straight-up comedy show. It wasn't even like a drama, really. Anybody. Courtney and Carlos together. Ricky at all with Jet. Just pure comedy. Not a lot of friendship scenes in Season 4. The main point for Season 4 was the ships. Yeah, that's right. I wish Season 3 was more, because the episode was everything. The Real Campers of Shallow Lake was such a good episode. Oh, you're right. I forget about that episode, but it was such a good episode. The fact that Carlos does the "you slapped me" or "ouch, I've been slapped," whatever he says, kills me every time. Oh man. Oh, Nicole's got a hot take. Season 4, Season 3, 1, 2. Ooh, Nicole. Okay. I think I'd agree with that. I think I would agree with that. That's probably the way that I would rank my seasons as well. I think the issue with Season 2 is the comedic relief mostly only comes from North High characters. Yeah. I could see that. Because you got Antoine. He's comedic relief. You've got Howie. Not necessarily comedic relief, I guess. Huh. I don't know. I guess I'll see when I get to it. When I rewatch it, I just started Season 3. It's like a whole new show. It does kind of feel like Season 3 is like a reset. It's weird. Yeah, that is... Season 4, Season 3, Season 1, Season 2. That's pretty much how... See, any list where you have Season 2 as the last one is probably the right... it's probably the right answer. I needed more Corbin Blue. I can see that. I was a little upset that the OG characters weren't in more. They were in the first episode, and then you don't get any more Lucas. You don't get any more of the other girl. I always forget her name. Why am I so bad with names? You know who I'm talking about. And then you get a little bit more Corbin, and you get, obviously, the scene in the final episode with Mo and Courtney. So I wish they were just in a little bit more, because like the whole thing was it's the reunion, they're coming back, and all this stuff. Like I wish they just were in a little bit more. The way he says their names wrong is so funny. Yeah, that is very funny. I love when he says the names wrong. Corbin Bleu? That's good too. I like that. I felt like all of the OG characters, they were focused a bit more on Miss Darbus. Yeah. There had to have been more time. Yeah, I would think that there'd be more time from them. You would think that's what they weren't brought back for the little amount of time that they filmed. Like, because if you're gonna bring back Corbin Bleu and Lucas Gabriel and Monique Coleman and all these people and Bart Johnson, and like you wouldn't just bring them back for that little bit, would you? I don't know. It feels weird. We never got to hear their camp names. Whose camp names? The new character camp names? We know what Maddox is. Whose camp names are we talking about here? Oh, everyone's camp names. Well, we know a few camp names. We know, but we don't know like what Ricky's was. Obviously I see that. Didn't we find out what Nini's camp name was? I don't remember. I feel like we know what the nickname was. Maybe not. Yeah, EJ's Rocket Man, because of Elton John, yeah. And Maddox's Gadget. Season 3, they were giving out camp names. I wish we would have found it. Yeah, you're right. I wish we... Is that true? All we know is Gadget and Rocket Man? Huh. I guess you're right, Nicole. I apologize. I thought we knew more about the different camp names. We should know about all of them. Like, what was Ricky's? What was Gina's? Nini was Short Spoon. Nini was Short Spoon. Oh, Short Fork. You're killing me, Mango. Short Fork. Oh. I love that. That's even if that's not what it was, that's what it's gonna be now. Short Spoon. Oh, Baby Fork. I don't want to know the actual one. I'm choosing to believe it's Short Spoon. It's definitely short. It's official. It is official. Nini's camp name is Short Spoon. I guess it could be Short Utensil too, because if you have Short Fork or Short Spoon. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, Short Spoon. Oh yeah, it's canon on this channel. It is canon now. We will refer to her as Short Spoon. Oh man, that's good. I like that. What would Ricky's be? Ooh. Bro Bear? I think that's just, I don't know if that's just a thing for Maddox to call him, or if that could be his nickname in camp. Skate Rat. Skate Rat Ricky. Oh. I like Skate Rat. But I think Bro Bear is just a thing that Maddox calls him. I don't think that could be for camp. I like Skate Rat. Skate Rat's good. Jet's airplane. Oh, cause a jet. Oh, okay. Okay. Jet could be what? Babadook? Oh, that's right. When Carlos, yeah. Babadook. Oh. I kind of like airplane, or I like Babadook. Low energy, sneaky little fella. That's what Ricky calls him. I love it when he calls him that. Sneaky little fella. Oh, Jet in season 3 is so good, especially at the beginning when they first introduce him. Oh, he's so good. Or Jetty. Carlos calls him that. Okay. I kind of like either Babadook or Airplane. I like both of those. Oh, Jetty had a crush. That is for sure. Jetty's got a crush. He had more than a crush. What about Courtney? What would Courtney's name be? It could be like something to do with the finer things, because that's when she starts to become that kind of character, when she likes the finer things. So it could be something to have to do with that. I don't know. I still like Baby Spoon. Or Short Spoon. I still like Short Spoon. That's good. I like that, Ahmed. I like that. That's going to be her name. That's going to be her nickname. Her camp name. That's very good. That was a good pull, man. That's a good pull. So who do we have left? We don't have a Ashlyn name. We don't have a... Who else do we don't have? Carlos. Carlos doesn't have a name yet. So we don't have any of those two. Because we got EJ. Oh, Gina. Gina, that's right. Gina doesn't have one either. Well, Gina just super attractive. We could just call her that. Super attractive. Something with astrology? Yeah, Leo Rising. Okay. I like Leo Rising. That's an interesting one. I can see that. Leo Rising. It kind of flows. Times 2. Gina's camp name is my wife. Gina 1.0. No, she's not 1.0. That's the whole thing. She's got the balance. She's not 1.0. She's not 2.0. She's got the balance. My wife. I wish. She's got the balance. It's true. Her camp name could be Balance, I guess. That could be fun. Then we need one for Carlos. We haven't got anything for Carlos. You think we're getting a reboot? Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it. I wish, but I don't think there's going to be one that's coming. And I said this earlier. I don't know if you were in here, Ahmed. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. But I said it earlier that the only way that they get a reboot is if they reboot it with Emmy as the star. That's really the only way. Because there's a reason that they put... Ricky, a line in there for Ricky to say she's future, period. A movie would be cool. If I had to pitch an idea for a reboot, I'd probably go the Emmy route. I'd have one of you guys in the earlier portion said EJ is the teacher. I do enjoy that. EJ comes back, he graduates as the teacher, or graduates and becomes the new drama teacher, or at least assistant drama teacher. Because obviously, 6 seasons in a movie. A Courtney spinoff would be very interesting. Her journey down in Georgia at the college, that would be very interesting. But I could probably see Emmy being the main, and then I guess it depends on how far into the future we're going, because she's a freshman now, so and EJ is a freshman in college, so he'd have to graduate and then come back to be a teacher. So like that'd be a little bit, the timeline doesn't really add up there. So she'd already be out of school by the time he'd be ready to come back. So that'd be a little difficult to make it work. They tease it in episode 5 for a Courtney reboot. I would love a Courtney reboot. I would watch that like crazy. EJ can be a teacher's aide. Yeah, I think that's the only way that makes sense. Because it has to make sense, obviously. That'd be the only way that it would make sense for EJ to be back, is if he was the teacher's aide and not the true teacher. Because he could help Miss Jen and stuff. So I think that's the only way that it makes sense for the timeline to make sense. So I think that's the only way. And then you could do like Emmy as the lead. She's the new Gina. And then you've got her, because she mentions like a cute freshman boy told her something. I forget what she says in the episode, but she mentions a cute freshman boy, so she obviously has people out there that she's interested in. So maybe you could have a new person be the second lead, the new Ricky, I guess. And then you follow that. But that would probably be, if we're not going with a spin-off and we just do a straight up reboot, then Emmy's the lead. But if we go spin-off You go Ricky and Gina all the way, or Courtney. The best reboot would be another camp type show. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I think if we get anything, it wouldn't be necessarily attached. Might just be attached to the characters in a new setting. I like that. I think that's probably good. The only problem with that is, for branding, if people haven't seen any of the series and they don't know who Liamani is because they haven't seen the show, then they might struggle to get people to watch it because it doesn't have that High School Musical name attached to it. That's the only problem with that, going that route. I feel like it wouldn't struggle too much, but there is that possibility. Something about Les Mis. Movie could be the cast come back in the future to help put on a production. Ooh, I like that. You remember Bunked? That wasn't... Remember Bunked? I do remember Bunked. I didn't watch it much. That was kind of after my time watching Disney. I was more of a Disney kid in the middle 2000s, late 2000s, into the 2010s. That's kind of where I was with like Sweet Life, Wizards of Waverly Place, That's So Random, and then into what was the other one called? The show where they just take off without Demi Lovato, whatever that one is. That kind of era of Disney Channel. That's where I was. Hannah Montana, all that kind of stuff is what I was. That's my era of Disney. That shows you how old I am, I guess. Spin-off is better than a reboot. Yeah, I definitely agree. Spin-off would be better. Movie would be the best option. Movie would be the best option because you get the bigger budget, you get more screen time, more time to make things draw out a little bit longer and stuff, and develop things. So movie probably would be better. Glee did that when they graduate with season 4 new setting. Ooh, I've never seen Glee, so I don't really know much about it. I know a little bit about the characters and stuff, but I don't really know too much. Oh, Glee didn't do it well. Oh, okay. It was a Jesse spinoff. What was a Jesse spinoff? Hold on. Oh, Bunked was a Jesse spinoff. Oh, that's right. It was. It had the kids, didn't it? I enjoyed Jesse. I didn't really watch Bunked, like I said, but I enjoyed Jesse. Jesse was fine. That was really towards the end of my time with Disney. Was Jesse. I watched Jesse all the way through. I was super upset when the one guy passed away just recently, like 2020, was it, that he passed away? That was super upsetting. But I did watch Jesse. I don't think I watched too much more after that. I was kind of phased out of Disney, I guess. Until High School Musical, the series. Cameron Boyce, yes, that's the name, yeah. That was pretty devastating when I found out that he passed away. I do agree, though, that a movie probably is the best option. A movie definitely is the best option. Just the way that they could make things feel more fleshed out than in a series where you only get like a half hour, 40 minutes, and you got to squeeze a bunch of stuff in there. If you got like a 2-hour movie, you can do a whole half hour, 40 minutes alone with just Gina and Ricky, or you can follow some other stuff. Whatever you want to do. You can do so much more instead of having to condense it down. I know some people might think that the movie you'd have to condense down instead of having a show. It could go either way, really. It could go either way. But if I was gonna, if Disney ever called me, I'd talk about the Ricky Gina spinoff in New York. That's what I would pitch. That's always I thought would be. I watched Austin Alley. I watched a few episodes of Austin and Alley. I never was big into it because I didn't really like Austin that much. I never really got him. I'm not saying he's a bad singer or anything. I'm just saying, I just never really got him, so I didn't really watch it too much. It wasn't like my favorite show at all, but I've seen a few episodes of it here and there. It was funny. Because yeah, that's what I've heard. That's a Des and Trish. I've heard that's what everybody really talks about when they talk about Austin Alley. Fave Disney Channel show during my time. Ooh, man, you guys are really bringing out the hard questions. I enjoyed Wizards of Waverly Place. I enjoyed Sweet Life. But I also enjoyed Sweet Life on Deck. But I don't think that was better than the original Sweet Life. Hannah Montana was good. I'm probably forgetting some that I watched from that era. I'd probably have to say Sweet Life off the top of my head. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was probably my favorite. I thought the story was good. There was this one girl who has a stage fright and conquers her fears in the second season. Oh, okay. I wish Wizards had a spinoff. That would be cool if Wizards had a spinoff when they're older. Her friends support her through the journey. When they lived in the apartment, that was such a different vibe. It was a different vibe, you're right. Spinoffs are dangerous. They are dangerous, but they can work. Spinoffs have worked before. Hey, Vanessa. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Where do I rank each of the HMS TMTS seasons? I rank it 4, 3, 1, 2. That is how I would rank it. We talked about it a little earlier. I know that you just popped in, so you probably didn't see it, but that's what we talked about earlier. I forgot about. I remember nothing from season 4. The spinoff would be good. I would definitely watch a season 4 spinoff or a Wizard spinoff. It doesn't even really have to involve Selena. If it just has like, maybe she makes a cameo here and there. But I would watch a spinoff of Wizards. Ooh, we've been going for over 2 hours. This has been fun. This has been fun. I think the next one I'm going to do is we're going to do a live ranking. I think that's what we're going to do the next one. I need the strike to end. Oh yeah, I need some new shows. I need some new stuff, some new content. That's why one of the reasons why I've gone back and watched. Well, I never need a reason to go back and rewatch the series. That's for sure. But that is one of the reasons why, because there's just aren't really a ton on TV right now. Anything with Sophia, we need. we just need more of her. She's so great. Definitely, the next live stream is going to be a live ranking, so that we can kind of discuss everything. I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't know what we'd rank. Maybe we rank top characters in the series. That could be pretty fun. I think we all know what the top 2 would be. So it wouldn't be that suspenseful, I guess. She was amazing on Andy Mac. That girl can act. Oh yeah, Sophia can act. Andy Mac was past my time on Disney. I didn't really watch. I never watched Andy Mac. I didn't even know about Sophia until the first season of High School Musical. So I'm looking forward on your One Piece live action reaction. Did you watch the anime? I've never seen the anime. I've never seen One Piece. I know some of the characters, but I've never seen an actual episode of One Piece. So I am curious to watch the live action stuff because I wouldn't know what's going on really. It could be fun to see. And I think, I watched the series because I just watched I was a big trilogy fan, so I was obviously hooked on the series. I didn't know anybody except for Olivia Rodrigo. That's the only character or only person that was coming in that I knew. But that's just why I watched it, because it had High School Musical attached to it. So that's why I watched it. I think, somebody brought this up. Was it you, Ahmed, that brought it up to me? Or was it somebody else that I kept saying Danny's name wrong? I kept calling her Andy on accident. I think it's because I had Andy Mack in my head, because obviously Mac. So I put Andy as her name because I kept thinking Andy Mack for some reason, because my brain, I'm stupid. that's why. But I think that's why I kept calling Danny Andy. I don't think was it you, Ahmed, that brought it up, or it might have been somebody else. I apologize if it wasn't. I forget who it was. But I kept calling her Andy in the series, in the rewatches, because I kept thinking for some reason her name was Andy, even though it was Danny. So I apologize for that, thinking that, getting her name wrong for so. I don't even know if I ever got it right. Did I ever get it right? I'd have to go back and watch those. I'd have to go back and watch those episodes to see if I ever got it right. You kind of knew Josh from Stuck in the Middle. Was he in Stuck in the Middle? Huh. Cool. And you knew Sophia from Andy Mac. Oh, wasn't you? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was or not. You do point stuff out to me that helps me out, so I just kind of guessed it was you, but I guess it wasn't. Yeah, Olivia from Bizarrevark, yeah. I did, I knew her from there. I didn't watch any of the shows, but I knew she was on it, so I knew who she was. I didn't know anybody else either. A lot of people obviously knew Sophia from Andy Mac, but like I said, it was past my time. I didn't watch it. She was the only actor you recognized. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch Andy Mac or give Andy Mac a try, because I've never seen it, obviously, so I don't know. It might be too young for me. Like, is it too young? Is it for like smaller kids, younger kids? I also knew Olivia from Bizarrevark. Yeah, I think the main people, Olivia, Sophia, a little bit of Josh, and maybe a little bit of Matt Cornett, because I think he's done some stuff outside of High School Musical before that. So I think those were the only four that people might have known. Everybody else was, at least to me, everybody else is a complete unknown. It's kind of middle school age. Oh, okay. I'm not really a middle schooler anymore. I'm long past middle school. I knew the principal from George Lopez. That's right. He was in George Lopez. I knew he was so familiar. He looked so familiar. I could never place it. I could never place the show or place where I knew him from. But that's right, George Lopez. Andy Mac is a pretty important show because isn't it the first explicitly gay storyline on Disney Channel? Ooh, I think you might be right. I remember hearing that from somewhere. I think you might be right. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think that is right. It's middle school, but the drama is so amped up. I was so confused. Well, you gotta amp up the drama. That's what gets people hooked. It's also the first Disney show to show a teen mom storyline. Ooh. Oh man, Andy Mac's got some interesting things going on. Huh. I didn't realize it was this in-depth, I guess. I just assumed it was just a normal Disney show. But I guess Andy Mac is in that first kind of generation of shows on Disney Channel that starts to get away from that early 2000s style of Disney, where unfortunately the original trilogy falls in, where you couldn't have Ryan be openly gay, until obviously now in Disney Plus they confirmed it, even though we all knew at the time he was. But they couldn't do. That's why it feels weird in the third movie when he has to take Kelsey to prom. It just feels like they push it on and it doesn't feel natural and stuff. They have good chemistry together, but it just doesn't really feel. But that's the problem when you got early 2000s Disney or middle 2000s Disney, I guess. Asher Angel? Oh yeah, Asher Angel's good. I knew him from the first Shazam movie. That's what I knew him from. I didn't realize he was in Andy Mack until I listened to Just for a Podcast actually, and they were talking about that, how he was in Andy Mack, and I was like, oh, that's the dude from Shazam. But he was good. A lot of people talk about how he was such an underrated character. That might be another video. You guys are giving me so many different ideas. Underrated characters in the series. That could be something that we have a video on, or maybe a live on. Underrated character, because definitely Asher's character falls into underrated, because yeah, he was only in one episode, but in that one episode you had everybody thinking that Gina was gonna switch it up and not be in love with EJ anymore, or fall for EJ. She was gonna go with him. Did he what? Did I what? Would you think him and Ricky would get along? Oh, it was chemistry. You're right. You're right, Mango. It was chemistry. Do I think him and Ricky would get along? Not season 2, Ricky. Not season 2, Ricky. Season 3 and season 4, probably. Although, if it depends on how much of a relationship he has with Gina, Asher, or Jack, I guess. I guess it depends on if they're actually dating, and then Ricky still has the feelings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if Ricky has the feelings for Gina, he probably wouldn't get along with him too much. It'd probably be on the same lines as EJ. He'd be jealous of EJ, or he was jealous of EJ. Yeah, so it's interesting to see because if Gina goes with Jack and they start dating, then Jack would probably be a rival to Ricky, because I'm assuming Ricky would still follow the same storyline path where he develops feelings for Gina during season 3. So it probably would be. He probably wouldn't get along with him. He probably would not get along with him. Jack definitely was set up to remind the audience of Ricky, which is so interesting. Ooh, you're right, Ashlyn. He is there. Because he's kind of like a stand-in for Ricky, because Gina's in this period in her love life where she's trying to decide how she feels about EJ. Does EJ feel the same way about her? How does she feel about Ricky? Does Ricky feel the same way about her? Like, she's got this like back and forth with both of them, and then Jack comes in and is kind of like that. Oh, don't forget, you may think that you may be wearing the Duke sweatshirt, but don't forget about a little man named Richard Bowen. I like that. That's a good point. Jack and Gina have more chemistry than Portwell. Yeah, it's back to that whole sibling thing that you guys were talking about earlier. They feel more like siblings than they do a relationship. Even though I don't think the relationship is as bad as what people say it is, I do think that the Portwell relationship could have worked. I do understand the sibling thing, and it does feel like siblings. It makes it a little more weird, but yeah, Jack and Gina definitely have a lot more chemistry than EJ and Gina. Also, when Jack says, ask for the backseat of the planes because it's the safe choice. Whoa, you guys, Mango. Oh, I didn't think about that. See, this is what's so good about talking to you guys because you guys give me some stuff to think about. Like, I didn't think about that. The back of the plane is the safest choice, and EJ is the safest choice. That's totally right. Yeah, because Ricky, there's a possible heartbreak. Yeah. Although she does get heartbroken slightly when she breaks up with EJ. So maybe he doesn't even turn out to be the safer choice. But EJ in the third season, they write him so weird. They make him. It's such a weird way they write the character. Because he tries to hide too much from Gina. She specifically has told him before that she doesn't like. She likes to be involved and told things and stuff, and then he just goes and does the opposite. So season 3 EJ just a little bit frustrating. I don't know what they were doing there. Another point from season 3. In season 3, in the end, when EJ said him and Ricky are brothers, does it really make that much sense? Ahmed, does it really make that much sense that they're brothers? What have they done together that makes them brothers? In season 1, EJ can't stand Ricky. In season 2, they're not really friends because, I mean, they're friends, but EJ says that he's over Nene when when they're in the basement, in Big Red's basement. They go through that little thing, and it's tough love, brothers. And it's like, because EJ has the feelings for Gina. And so, and you can tell Ricky kind of is put off by that a little bit when he says that, or when Carlos tells that. But it feels weird in season 2, and then in season 3 he steals Gina from him, and then at the end you just get 1 month break, and then they're brothers. Like it feels forced. It does feel forced. On Frozen, Anna doesn't know a thing about Hans, but jumps into a relationship. Then she learns EJ's real name. Like what? Why didn't they tell her his name? She knew nothing about EJ. I don't understand why EJ never told her his real name. Like, did she just assume? Did she just assume that it was EJ? Did she assume that it was not a name? Like he didn't have a real name, he didn't have a full name. Because if he loves her as much as he says, wouldn't you tell her your real name? Like if I went by a nickname, I feel like I would tell my significant other what my real name is. I feel like that's just obvious. There is good, yeah, you're right. There is good mirroring from Frozen. Ricky and Big Red. Now that's yes, you're right on that, Ahmed. You're right on that. Big Red and Ricky. I talked about this in the season 4 reactions. I talked about how Ricky and Big Red is Ricky and Jet is a good brother relationship, but Ricky and Big Red is a different level. They've got a different level of relationship, and it's really good. That's true brother relationship. I don't know what EJ and Ricky is. EJ and Ricky are friends, I guess now. Obviously, they had that really good heart to heart thing, but it just felt forced. If it was weird, like what has Ricky done to make EJ be brothers with? Like it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make. Oh, speaking of that, of not making sense. Oh, what was I gonna say? They've been brothers since pre-K. Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking about Big Red and Ricky. Hold on, I'll get to that Ashley in a second. Big Red, I was watching season 1 again, just last night, and I got to the episode where Nene sings "All I Want," and when Ricky finds out that his parents are getting divorced or split up, and he goes to stay at Big Red's house, for the night. And then during the night, Big Red's got his sleep mask on, and he's got the stuff, the sounds to drown it out and stuff. Wouldn't, since they're friends since pre-K or whatever, wouldn't Ricky have had sleepovers with Big Red after Big Red knew about his sleep apnea and got the mask? So wouldn't have Ricky have known about it before? Is that the first time they've ever slept over? He's ever slept over his house since he got this mask? That didn't feel like it made sense to me. I never really caught that until I just rewatched it last night. It didn't really. Yeah, he would have known. He would have known about it because I mean they're best friends. They've been over at each other's houses all the time. Wouldn't he have been like, even if he wasn't spending the night, wouldn't he just been down in the basement? He's like, hey dude, what's that? I would have been like that if my friend had a sleep apnea mask. We'd just been hanging out playing video games or something. I'd be down there like, what's that, dude? When'd you get that? Or like just acknowledge it before. Like, wouldn't he have known about it? It just didn't really make any sense to me. But I never caught it until I just watched it last night. So I just thought that'd be funny to talk about. Okay, so Ashlyn said, what do we think the timeline is from Season 2 to Season 3? Is Season 3 at the very start of the summer? Oh, we talked about this. Okay, so what we came to agree was when Jet told Courtney that the last place he was the happiest was on stage. Yeah, that was a pretty good moment. I did like that. So what we came to a conclusion was that we think, and this is after Simone thinks that American school system is weird with the way that we go to school, but we think that school ends, at least it ended for me, it ended in May, because that's when it ended for me. So then it was around that May time period, and then it goes into, they have a couple weeks where they're on summer break. It is weird. They have a couple weeks where they're on a break. Then they go to camp in probably June. I'd say they probably go to camp in June. And then they have the whole time where they're filming the documentary during the camp and in June. And then the documentary, I would guess, comes out in July because, or maybe early August, because they have that 1 month gap where they do the 1 month skip. So if they're filming it and they have a whole month at camp, then it would have to be June or July. Late May, camp 2 weeks early June, doc in July. Yeah, I think that's kind of where it'd be. And then obviously they come back to school in August. Camp was only 2 weeks. Camp was only 2 weeks. You're right. I keep getting confused because in season 1, Ricky asks Nene when he leaves, after he can't say that he loves her, he says, "What, you're gonna be gone for like a month?" So I keep thinking about that. But camp was only 2 weeks. You're right, Mango. Camp was only 2 weeks. So the doc could have came out in July. You're right. So then they have that, and then they go back to school. So yeah, that's right. Okay. So that's kind of what we think the timeline is. It's not obviously confirmed or anything, but that's kind of what we've put together here. Wasn't Ricky's birthday in August? Was Ricky's birthday in August? It might have been. I think it was. What does it say? One thing for sure, HSMTS had the worst parents. Only Court, Big Red, and Nene had good parents. Yeah, you're right. The parents are kind of crappy, except for those set of parents. Nene's parents are great. Big Red's parents are good, even though we don't get a lot of them. And then, obviously, Court's mom's fantastic. So, those are really the only parents that are good. Because EJ's dad sucks. His birthday's late June-ish. They don't ever say a month. We just guesstimate. Oh, we just have to guesstimate. Okay. So, it's probably around... My birthday's in June, so let's just say it's in June. Me and Ricky can be share the same birthday. Really dramatic with their relationships. They were together maybe 3 months. Oh, speaking of that, Ashlyn, that brings up another good point that I wanted to talk about. Not on the Portwell stuff, but talking about the relationships in season 1. Yours is June 29th. Mine's June 9th. Pretty close. EJ's dad and Gina's mom having the worst parent challenge. I think EJ's dad wins only because he just straight up sucks. Gina's mom has some redeeming qualities because she's truly like a good mom. She just wants the best for her kid, but EJ's dad just sucks. So anyway, in season 1, Ricky and Nene have broken up before she goes off to camp. So they have a little EJ's dad has no heart. They've broken up. Nene goes off to camp, meets EJ, falls in love, whatever, dates him, starts dating him at camp. Then they come back to school. So we've got the 2-week camp relationship plus about another, I'd say maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks until school starts again. So we've got maybe like a month and a half relationship right now of EJ and Nene. And when Nene is getting ready to go out there on her audition, and she's doing the fake British accent, EJ says that he loves her. Don't you guys think that's just a little weird? It's about a month, maybe 2 months at the most that they've been together, and he already is saying that he loves her? Don't you think that's a little weird? Like, it's a little bit more realistic. They wouldn't post about it online. These are teens. That's true. Teens would be posting on TikTok and Twitter and stuff. Yeah, see, it is strange, isn't it? It's super weird that EJ says that. They've been dating for a max of 2 months. And he already says that? And he's a senior. He's like, what, 17, 18? Supposedly. I know, obviously, the actor's older. But he's if a senior is like 17, 18 at the most, he would know better than that, you would think. If he, like, why would he say it? Just feels weird. EJ loves the idea of her. Even when he talks about her, how he met her. That is true. They didn't know each other before dating either. It's pretty out of character for EJ. Yeah, I know. It's just so weird. It feels so weird. And then he does the little, like, talk to camera confession thing, where when he's talking about when they met, he's like, he saw her in the back of the cow costume, and he liked her then. Like he goes about it. It's a weird way that they did that. This is when he cared about his popularity. He did care about his popularity there. Season 1 EJ does care about his popularity a little too much. I don't know, it just feels weird. I don't know, it just feels like you can understand why Nene would say that she loves Ricky, because they had been dating for, we think, a year or more. So that makes more sense than EJ for about a month, maybe, saying that. And it's different because then people could argue that, oh, then why does Ricky and Gina say that Gina writes the little I love you thing in the hat that she knits? But EJ, I ship RJ. But then Gina was always there for Ricky. She develops those feelings in the homecoming episode. And then they obviously carry on throughout the show. And then I truly think that she never stopped having feelings for Ricky even when she started liking EJ, because I think that she was just using, not using, but she was in the relationship with EJ, or starting to develop the relationship with EJ to distract herself, because she kept looking over and Ricky was with Nene and he was being a total douche about it. He was being so disrespectful. Friends, enemies, lovers. That was a wild line, Simone. That was a wild line when Ricky said that. But like, I feel like Gina is just like distracting herself, because I've talked about this before in the live. The season 2 Ricky is the worst character ever. He knows for a fact that Gina likes him. Like, we get that flashback. He knows that Gina likes him. And yet he still does all this stuff with Nini in front of her. Like, it just... Gina was suppressing her feelings for Ricky, genuinely trying to move on, but never got closure. Yeah, she never got closure. Ricky was overcompensating with Nini. It was like he was trying to prove... he was definitely trying to prove... Because he says in the very first episode, after they get done with the Something in the Air song, he says in the little confessional thing that he's going to start saying I love you to her, and like, communication is everything and all that kind of stuff that he says. Even though Nini's already said that she hasn't told him that she's moving to Colorado or whatever. I think Ricky's in denial a lot of things in season 2, particularly his feelings for Gina. It does feel like he's in denial, but you can't deny the fact that the moment that he tells Nini that he loves her in the end of this season 1. That is a moment. I will say, even though that we know what happens, the toxic relationship, and they're not good for each other, but in that moment, when he says that, when she's walking away and he says he loves her, that is a moment. In defense of season 2, Ricky, that was not a good time for his mental health. You are right, Simone. You are right. I do agree that he was not in the right mental space. He was moving out of his house. He had only one parent. His mom was dating, what the heck is his name? The other dude. I forgot. I told you I'm bad with names. She was dating the other dude. By the way, speaking of that, the fact that his mom, like, we all agree that EJ's dad is the worst parent, obviously. But Ricky's mom, the audacity to show up to your son's musical when you know he's the lead, and you bring your new boyfriend that he's never met? The audacity. I can't believe she did that. His confession of love to Nini reeked of desperation. It was when he was feeling torn apart in every way. His mom and Todd, that's right. Gina leaving, he had thrown a Hail Mary. I can see that, Mango. I can see that. Ricky lost Gina, and deep down he feels sorry. Oh, you can definitely tell that he feels sorry. When Gina tells him that she has to move, or that they're leaving again, you definitely can tell that he feels sorry and that he feels like he lost her. His I love you speech in season 1 was from a place of fear, not of love and freedom. Mango, you're so right. Oh, Mango, you are like in my brain right now. We're like connected. Why would Todd answer the phone? You know that your girlfriend's son is calling, because she obviously has caller ID, so she can see who's calling. And then the fact that he picks it up and answers is crazy. Why would he answer the phone when he's never met him physically in person? You just pick up the phone and answer? Like, obviously you know that's her son because she's told you. And you went to the oh wait, no, that was before that. But still, you know that she has a son. And then why didn't she call back when she got out of the shower? Like, what are we doing here? Bad parenting. The difference between season 1, I Love You, and how he practices overdose is very... yes. Simone, you bring up a good point there. That is true. The way that he's so like regimented in how he's practicing telling Gina that how he feels about her, and he's trying to get it right. He wants to get it perfect. But then the spur of the moment thing in season 1, I can see you guys are making good points. I can get on board with that. You guys are making very good points. That chair's pretty squeaky. I need to get a new chair. But you guys are definitely making pretty good points. They definitely didn't know how to write parents in the show, or maybe they just wanted to write the parents that way so that they could manufacture the drama. But I don't know. I love the speech, but you can tell he was doing it out of fear, not real. Or fear for real. Yeah, you guys are making very good points about that. I think you've swayed me. I think you swayed me. That's right. I guess I'd have to take that off my moments list then. Now I gotta come up with a new moment. It's still a moment, though? Yeah, but with you guys saying that it doesn't... I guess you're right. Because the only reason we feel this way is because we have the context of the rest of the seasons. And we know that it was out of fear, and he didn't truly love her, and the way that he does it with... Yeah. With Gina, it's different. Yeah, you're right, Mango. Mango, you're so smart. You're right. It is still a moment. It is still a moment. There was a scene where Ricky's looking through his text messages telling Jet Todd is here, and Jet didn't know what that means. That was a good scene. I like that. It's the kind of thing that gets put into perspective later. Yeah, Simone. Yeah, that's along the same lines as what Mango was saying. It does. It is a moment. In the moment, it is a moment. But then now that we have the context, now that we have the benefit of hindsight, going back and looking at it, then we can tell that it was different. I would argue in Season 110, the context emphasizes that he's in a place of fear and regression, though. Especially because he says, I guess I'm not the same as I was. Yeah, he was really conflicted. Because he says that I'm not the same person I was, or she's not the same. He goes into that. Yeah, he goes into that whole thing with the confessional where he says he's not the same that he was now that Gina's back or whatever. And yeah, I agree. All right, I'll put it back on then. I'll put it back on. You don't have to convince me. That whole convo in with Nini in 1-8, he talks about childhood the whole time. Also a sign of regression, how Nini represents his childhood. Yeah. Nini does represent the past, the childhood, all that stuff. Gina represents the future, the adult relationship, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I can't spell episode, apparently. I graduated high school, trust me. Let's talk about the I Love You song. Oh, man. You've been waiting for that, haven't you? You've been waiting to type that. All right, let's talk about it. I Love You Forever is great. I Love You Forever is great. Ricky is written really, really well. Season 3 tells Big Red he doesn't want to grow up. Does he tell him? I forgot that. Okay. Yeah, Ricky and Gina were really really well written. That's a hard thing to say. They were written pretty good. Just the overall development of Gina, where she comes in and she's this rude transfer student that's out of place, but then by the end of the season she's accepted into the group, and she's got all these new friends and all this stuff, and then in season 2 she gets even more development, and then season 3 with the whole, she's got the balance now, and season 3 is really where it takes off, and then season 4 obviously is amazing. We needed a Jet Big Red convo this season. That is true. I was really hoping. I remember you saying something about that before the season started. You wanted to see a Jet Big Red convo about Ricky. I think that would have been very, very good to see how they would interact, because Jet kind of feels like he's Ricky's new best friend now, but Big Red's been there the whole time. So that would be a little fun interaction to see. I wish we would have got that. Did they speak briefly? When did they speak? They talk in season 3, don't they? Yeah, we get a little bit in season 3. Yeah, I feel like they talk a little bit. See them fight for Ricky. That would be good. I would like to see them fight for Ricky. Oh, that's right. Ricky's birthday scene. They do talk, yeah. That's right. That is right. They do talk in the birthday scene. Josh said in an interview that Gina was a caterpillar first 2 seasons in a cocoon. Oh, yeah. That's a great comparison. It's a great way to describe it. She was in a cocoon in season 3 and then a butterfly in season 4. I like that. That's a good way to describe how she developed. He actually said a worm. That's because he's a silly goose. Oh, that's good. Oh, I wonder if I could find it. I can look it up. Let me get a little investigation. I spelled that wrong, though. Jet was like, "Who are you and why are you talking to my friend?" Jet felt threatened. I hope we get more mashups, though, but actually good ones. No, I don't want Frasier. Get out of my face. I don't see it in this article. Huh. I don't know. Man, when they do Can I Have This Dance? Insane. Insane. Their interviews are so good. The strike strikes again. Yeah, we really need the strike to wrap up. We need the actors and actresses to get what they want, and then we can get back on track with all these good things. We can get more interviews and all this stuff. Yeah, Josh and Sophia are really good friends now. They really did get close in season 4, you're right. such a good show. Such a good show. Simone's digging for me. She'll find it. She'll find it. Oh no, Josh gave pepper spray to Lazy. Because Salt Lake is dangerous. Is Salt Lake that dangerous? I don't know. I've never been. I do want to go to East High. I want to visit the school. I've always wanted to do that. I think that'd be pretty fun. See where everything got made. Maybe I can do a rendition of Stick to the Status Quo or something. Speaking of Stick to the Status Quo, I love old school Disney. It's so good. Oh, it was her first time living alone. Okay. But old school Disney is so good because it's just like the most generic, on-brand storylines you could ever think of. Like, in the first movie, the whole point of Status Quo is to tell all of the people that you have to stick to the stuff you know, obviously. It's part of the song. Stick to basketball, stick to math, stick to being a skate rat. You can't, well, technically they're the stoner kids, but you can't, it was Disney, you can't say they're stoner kids. But you have to, you can't like more than one thing. You have to be one dimensional, and that's it. It's such a classic old school Disney thing for them to do. That's why going back and watching it nowadays is great. Because all that he wanted to do was to bake. All he wanted to do was he wanted to bake. He wanted. I'm a chef technically. So I can't like baking and basketball. I like both. And then the girl, like the fact that when they say for the math stuff, she wants to pop and lock and dance and break and all that stuff, and then the one dude says, "Is that even legal?" Like, what? That's such a good line. Why are movies and shows always filmed in Canada? LA or Salt Lake? Why not Minneapolis? I don't know. I guess it's just better settings and stuff. Or weather. Yeah, I guess weather probably plays a factor in it. It's been a fun stream. I gotta go see. All right, Ahmed. I'm gonna wrap it up too. We've been going for over 3 hours now. But I appreciate you stopping by, Ahmed. Thank you. I'll definitely post on the community tab when the next one we're gonna go live next. Like I said, it's probably gonna be a ranking one, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, you're still at work, Mango? That's right. I forgot you said you were at work. Not working though. But like the fact that it takes Troy breaking out of his shell and doing theater and still being a star basketball player for everybody else in the school. Like, is Troy really that big of a celebrity at the school to where nobody else was confident that they could break out in their own shell? Until Troy did it. And what Troy did wasn't even that big. Like, oh, the star basketball player wants to try out for the musical. Why is that so weird? Why is that so weird? I guess Troy was just such a big. He was the best basketball player. He was a star, and so because literally the stoner kid, though I forget his name. I don't know if he even has a name in the movie. But he says, if Troy can do it, then I can do it too. And he says he wants to play the cello or whatever he's playing. whatever his instrument is. It feels weird. But it's a classic Disney, middle 2000s Disney trope that you can only like one thing. Oh, and by the way, since I've got you guys here, do you think that Gabriella had cheese fries, chili cheese fries, or just straight up cheese fries? Because in the scene, when she walks in, you can see her food, and it looks like she's got cheese fries. But then when she slips on the milk, tosses the tray in the air, it goes flying, it lands on Sharpay's chest, you can see a little bit of like chili or some sort of thing in there. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it was just hiding? I've always been curious about that. I think I even talk about it in the movie reaction that I did all those months ago. I think that's been like 6 months ago. Oh, you thought it was spaghetti. Oh, I don't think it was spaghetti. It didn't really look like it, did it? I'd have to go back and see it again, but I don't think it looked like spaghetti. It looked more like fries. Or I guess if Simone's in here, chips. I don't know, she's from England. I don't think it was spaghetti. It looked like fries. Oh, you're just a goof. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would make more sense in a cafeteria. I know that obviously schools can serve spaghetti, but it would, the way that the little container that she had it in, it would make sense more sense it was fries. I mean, well then, we should call them chips then, shouldn't we? It doesn't look like they have chili on them. Maybe they were just covered up by the cheese and the angle of the camera. Also, in the same context, after Gabrielle is upset with Troy, she sits down at lunch by herself. Well, she sits with like random people. She's got her tray, and then we cut to Troy walking up the stairs because he's got his packed lunch and he doesn't want to sit with the boys because he's angry at them. But then we cut back to Gabriella and she's got a tray in front of her. Love it. Absolutely love it. Imagine eating that at school, chili cheese fries. My school never had chili cheese fries. We had fries, but we never had chili cheese fries, so I can't relate. I probably would have ate them, though. I probably would have ate them. My school lunches were kind of sucky. We had fries and pizza. Yeah, we had that a lot. We had pizza. We had fries. We had Salisbury steak. I don't know if that's what you guys call it. But like the Salisbury steak with the gravy on top and mashed potatoes. We had that. School fish and chips every Friday. Oh, fish and chips. England, England, England. What an end to the week. I think we had pizza a lot on Fridays. We used to have stuffed crust pizza. That was always good. I always get a couple of those, but they got rid of that. Once we started getting to the healthy stuff. See, I was in the era of high school and middle school where we were getting right out of the unhealthy foods right into the healthy stuff. It was like right at the beginning of that. Oh yeah, the Salisbury steak was not great. It was not great. We had spaghetti. Yeah, it was spaghetti. We had that at my school too. Ever had cheese mac sticks? Just cheese stick? What are cheese mac sticks? Excuse me. I don't know what cheese mac sticks are. I know what cheese sticks are. But cheese macs, I don't know what that is. If you had no money, you got PB&J. Just think of the nut allergy lawsuits. I think if you had no money at my school, you would get, what did they give? I think they gave like a butter. Did they just? I think they might have just put butter in a slice of bread and gave like a butter sandwich. I think that's what we got. I never ended up having that problem, so I don't know. But I think it was a butter sandwich. But we also had that. We also had that a la carte thing where you could like go and get like one of those Uncrustables, or you could get cookies or something. It wasn't healthy, but you could get some of that stuff. That's so mean. A butter sandwich is so rude. That's what it was. That's what it was. I don't know if that's true. That's what I heard. I never had that problem, like I said, so I didn't actually get it. We had them for school lunch. They feed prisoners better. They're just giant pieces of bread filled with... Oh, mozzarella sticks. Oh. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Ashlyn. The way the way that you said it first, I didn't know what you're talking... I know what you're talking about. Yeah, mozzarella sticks. That's what I call them, at least. We had those, yeah. They weren't great, but we had them. School food in general is just not good. You know what would be an interesting thing for a restaurant? To serve school food, but like upscaled school food to actually make it taste good. But you do like the things that... you do the school lunches. You just make them taste good. Oh, you didn't get mozzarella sticks? Oh, that sucks. Mozzarella sticks are good. I love mozzarella sticks. If you get a nice fresh one, hot out of the fryer, dip it in a little marinara sauce, you get a little cheese pull. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Oh. Man, I said initially that this was going to go like an hour and a half. We've been talking for 3 hours. Oh, man. I've been having a good time, though. You guys are great. You guys are absolutely amazing. What time is it for me? It is currently 5:14 p.m. 5:15 p.m. It just changed. It is 5:15 p.m. We've been going for 3 hours. And I've been having a blast. It really doesn't feel... Yeah, it really doesn't even feel like it's been 3 hours. I looked down at the stream timer and it said like 2.5 hours. I was like, really? It does not feel... I got paid to chat. It does not feel like it's been over 3 hours now. You guys are amazing. Are you going to stay on here? I'm probably going to get off real soon. I'm getting kind of tired. I need to eat some dinner as well, so I'm probably going to be getting off soon. But I'll be back on live hopefully within the next couple days, because I'm really enjoying this. This is fun, just talking High School Musical and whatever else we want to talk about. So this has been pretty fun. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if any of you guys care about this, but I've got a slinky. You see the slinky? Yeah, you can see the slinky. But I got it connected. I'm like a magician. I don't even know how I got it connected. It's like, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? It's like connected. I can't pull it apart. I can't get it apart. I don't even know how I did it. What's my favorite Rena episode? Oh God, Ash, you're really you're really asking the tough questions here. What's my favorite Rena episode? I don't even know. I'd probably have to say it would either be the episode 3 of season 4, where they do Can I Have This Dance? That's right up there. Or the Rain Kiss is also got to be right up there. Or when in episode 1 or season 1 episode 2, 3, whenever they sing whenever Ricky sings the When There Was Me and You acoustic version, that's also a very good episode for them. And obviously Thanksgiving, can't forget about Thanksgiving. There's so much to talk about. There's so much different episodes you can call to, but I think if I had to choose one, it would be when they do Can I Have This Dance. That blew me away. I was not expecting them to do it like that, and when they did it, I was not ready. So I was not ready for it. Season 1, episode 6 is your favorite? It's too hard to pick. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's when the There Was Me and You episode. Okay. What about when it was rehearsal in season 2, when Gina was talking to Ashlyn about her and Ricky? That I see, Ash. I mean, there's too much to pick. Like, I didn't even say that one. That one's right up there. That one's right up there. When we get the context about what she says after Ricky gets done with Nene, like that's there's too many different things to pick. But like, it's got to be the Can I Have This Dance? I mean, that for me especially, because I just love that song in that scene in the movie, in the third movie. So when they did it, when my two favorite characters do it in the show, like, it makes it so much better. 3-5, the shenanigans. Oh, that's... What Do You Know About Love is all... I mean, What Do You Know About Love blew my mind. The way that she was just tossing Ricky around, and he loved it every second of it, like, that's... You should get noticed by the cast. I wish I could get noticed by the cast. That'd be awesome if I could, like, interview Sophia or talk to Sophia or talk to Josh. It'd be great. The BTS of Can I Have This Dance was cute as well. Camp Prom is underrated arena episode. Oh, Camp Prom's fantastic. When she drops the stuff, she has to go down to pick it up, and he's right there with her, and then they look up and they're staring at each other. Oh my god. 3-9 because of the kiss. See, like, we're just naming off stuff that I didn't even talk about originally. This is there's too many things to talk about. I could do a whole top 10 best Rena moments. I know that my original top 10 has a lot of Rena moments in it, but I also wanted to sprinkle in some other stuff. But I could do a whole top 10 on just them. There's so much stuff. Absolutely so much stuff. It's hard to choose. What other social platforms am I on? I do... I have a TikTok for this channel, for the Juice Reacts channel. It's just Juice Reacts 99 on TikTok. I have my Twitter. I have two Twitters, actually. My main Twitter and then this Twitter. I have an Instagram, but I don't really post too much on it anymore. And then obviously YouTube. I don't do Facebook or anything like that, so. Ricky physically could not talk to Gina the whole Camp Prom till the end, and that's so real of him. She looked amazing. Season 4, episode 1 is my top for Rena. Oh, when they do when he goes into her room and they have the kiss, and then she has the reaction when he leaves and stuff. Oh, that's, you're right on that, Mango. That's good. They gave us so much in a short time span. My head was spinning, my feet was kicking, my cheeks were hurting for smiling. You can't see my feet, but they were kicking. Anytime they're on screen together, they've got such good chemistry that anytime they're on screen together, no matter what it is, no matter if they're in a relationship or if it's before that, they're just, like, you can't help. I should have Instagram for the cast, or for post clips and tag the cast. Not a bad idea. They've got phenomenal chemistry. 401 is so good. Maybe this time Alone plus the kiss puts it up there. Yeah, you're right, Ashlyn. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't. You're right, Simone. Like, he did get lucky with them. I wonder, has Tim ever talked about how when he transitions the main interest to be Ricky and Gina instead of Ricky and Nene, does he talk about that? I'm sure he has. I maybe have seen it. I don't remember. But, like, when does that transition from Ricky and... You just followed me on TikTok? Thank you, Ash. I appreciate that. Tim saw them in the buggy and he said he flipped the script. Oh, that's right. He probably sees them when they do the homecoming scene. That's right. He said, hold up, we're changing this up. He said it was when they filmed the Homecoming episode. Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. So it was Rena coded from the beginning. That's good stuff. I like that. And then we just had to get through the toxicity of Nene and Ricky. Oh, man. Okay. I think that's... Oh, wait, hold on. He said that he saw them... Oh, Dawson's Creek. Okay. He never intended Ricky and Nene to be endgame. He said it was a story about first loves not being last loves. Oh, okay. That makes sense. He better... Why doesn't he tell all the Rena fans that it's not endgame? Because it seems like they always bring up all this controversy and stuff about how they wanted to be endgame, and then they get mad at Sophia for no reason. What's my Instagram? I'll put it in the chat. It's private though, so I'll have to accept you. Although it exposes my real name. Uh-oh. Doesn't matter. Alright, that's my Instagram. If you want to go follow it. You don't have to. You're almost off. Yeah, there's definitely no hope for Rini fans. I don't know why they're so toxic. They're about as toxic as the actual relationship in the show. You had such a productive shift. You can show this to your boss and say you were doing the Lord's work. Can it follow? Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Ash. I got so much done. I chose 2 p.m. my time because I felt like that was a good time for everybody else. I guess I didn't take into account people that were actually had jobs. Maybe I'll try to do like earlier in the day or later in the day so that you guys aren't actually working, because I don't want you guys to to not work because you want to see, like, talk to me on live, and I don't want to take away from your jobs. You were anti-Rena since the pilot? I wasn't. I can understand why you were. I wasn't anti. I was a Rena fan at the beginning, but then once I saw the chemistry between Ricky and Gina, I switched very quickly. But I did enjoy their relationship in season 1, or when they were trying to get back together. I wasn't necessarily like disgusted by it or anything, but then obviously I changed quickly when I saw how good Ricky and Gina were. You would have been napping instead. Well, I guess, is this really that much better than napping? You could recharge your batteries instead of listening to me for 3 hours. This feels like a podcast. All I see on Twitter is stuff about how Rini fans are causing controversy or whatever because they don't like that we talk about Rena all the time. They don't like that it was Endgame. And they just like they get mad for no reason, and then they cause people to get upset and stuff, so yeah, this was fun. I did enjoy this. This was really good. I like this. I'm glad that I decided to go live. This has been super fun. And hopefully we're going to do more of these. More consistent. What I hate is when they try to say Gina turned into Nini. I have heard that before. I have heard that they say that Gina was just like Nini light, and she's like couldn't be farther from Nini. Yeah. They couldn't be farther from each other, like in personality and just the way they carry themselves. They're nothing alike. Just because they both like Ricky, is that the only thing that makes you a Nini? Absolutely nothing alike. Okay. All right, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. It's almost 5:30 here. I don't know what it is for you guys. Simone, it's probably like 8:30 for you, right? 3 hours ahead of us? No, 6 hours. You're 6 hours ahead of us in England. So it's 11. Oh, man. It's late for you, Simone. Oh, you're finally free. Have an awesome day. Hey, you have an awesome day, Mango. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It was wonderful. We had such good conversations. Oh, it's 10:30. I was wrong. I was an hour off. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. Judging by what you've said, you did. So we're going to be doing more of these. I'm going to be probably more just like sit down, talk, and also maybe some rankings, do some stuff like that. Unfortunately, we can't do any like reactions or anything. I might try to figure that out where we could. And so I don't want to get copywritten. So that's a big problem. So I'll try to work it out. Maybe we can do some of that stuff, but mainly just like talking one-on-one. We can talk about whatever. And then, and yeah, so I appreciate all you guys showing up. I honestly didn't think I would get many people to show up because I didn't know how busy you guys were or if you even cared. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that did show up. Ahmed, obviously Ahmed's not here anymore, but I appreciate everybody stopping by. So I'm going to leave it there. 3.5 hours is pretty good. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you guys saying that this was good and thanks for hosting and stuff. But thank you guys for showing up. It wouldn't have been anything. I would have just been sitting here and doing nothing if you guys weren't here. So I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'll be back. I'll post on the community tab the next time I'm gonna go live, and I'll post the time so you guys can convert it into whatever time zone you guys are in. So I'll try to make it a little bit more manageable so that it's not super late for Simone and it's not during Mango's work hours. I'll try to make it so that it works out for everybody, but sometimes it just has to be at a certain time for my schedule. So yeah, that's basically I'm your time. Okay. So at least Ash is the same time, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But especially for Simone, since she's over in England, that is a little bit more difficult. During my work hours is best. Okay, Mango. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely... I don't want you to be... I mean, it's 10:30 where you're at, or 10:40 now, probably. So I don't want you to be... I don't want you to be up to... I'm not going to schedule anything like 6 o'clock at my time, p.m. at my time, so then you'd be like in bed, sleeping. I don't want to... No, I'm not going to do that, so... I'll try to work it out so that everybody can come in and stop by, but that is, yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.